live.
Hello and welcome to Appalachian Dragons, where me and a bunch of my favorite backwoods bastards get together and we like to play Dungeons and Motherfucking Dragons!
Dungeons and Dragons!
Tonight we are on session 8 of our adventure, but before we pick back up with the Lords of Nightstone and their endeavors, we are going to have a brief word from our sponsor. We just want to tell you guys we've got some supplements in the works. We've got, if you have seen our Spelljammer campaign or are working on anything of the sort, we've got Sly's Secrets to Subterfuge, or Subtlefudge if your name is Gideon. And you can have a little sneak peek into some of the items we got to use and use them in your own campaigns. Super excited about that. We also have the Undead Jotun Lords still available on DM's Guild, is what that word is. Gonna throw it over to Devin to talk about what we got coming up.
Oh no, I knew I had to talk about this, and I still didn't pull it up when I was supposed to. Shame on me. Alright, y'all, so we don't just play Dungeons & Dragons. That's sort of recent, but we will be taking a break starting October 18th. We'll be missing some players, so we're going to run Old Gods of Appalachia, GM'd by either Josh or myself. We're cooking some things up. We think we're going to enjoy it. Josh is great at horror, which is exciting, and I'm just excited to play something that's not D&D. After that will end November 1st. On November 8th, we will come back and continue Tyranny of Flagons. Most likely, hopefully, we will run that to completion before starting Cyberpunk Red, which I am supremely excited for, GM by Ben over there. We have some other stuff planned out, but I will save that for a little later on. Those are the things coming up. We don't have dates for Cyberpunk yet, so I'm going to stop there and throw it over to Barb, our merch queen.
Yes, so we got another shirt sent out this week, so that's just a sign that you need... Oh yeah, technically 2 shirts, that's right. I had a last-minute order there. But you can grab one from us if you just get in contact with us. You can get a discount if you join our lovely Discord server, so that's motivation. I mean, who doesn't love discounts on cool shirts? So they're available in all sizes, and we can discuss color and stuff as needed. So, let us know. We'd love to make a shirt for you.
Yeah, I got mine for my wife and my son, and I just can't wait for the day that we go to something nerdy and can all rep shit. I think that's going to be fun.
Whole little family day.
Atticus was super stoked about it too. He's like, "They're shiny," and I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, it's pretty cool."
I know, it's a nice shirt.
Of course, he can't say Appalachian, but he's also lost his 2 front teeth, so it's like Appalachian.
I bet he tries.
When his teeth grow back, I think he'll have it. All right, with that, I think we're gonna go.
Randy,
real quick,
music.
The heist that I mentioned a couple weeks ago is now live on Spotify, I think Apple Music. If not on the other ones, it should be soon.
And it slaps, honestly. You'll hear it tonight.
Hard. And I was trying to make a song for Tiamat at the end, and it ended up sounding more like a really cool Lords of Nightstone battle theme. So maybe within a couple weeks I'll have that out. So look for that.
You're incredible, dude. I know I tell you that like whenever you bring out a new track, but you really are like the Tenacious D of the party, and I love it. Like you can kick a poo any day, my guy.
You're supremely close to prolific, in my opinion. Like, you make a lot of music quickly.
I feel the opposite. I feel like I take forever.
Well, you also have a life and a job and everything. If you were solely songwriting and working on it, I think you would churn them out pretty quick. You have an album. You have 2 albums worth. Like you have a cyberpunk and like a traditional album. So that's where it's.
I haven't released any of my music, so.
Yeah, we do that.
I can't wait to hear that.
We got to get the band back together.
Collab.
Props to Barb for all the incredible merch she's putting out and things she's making and the logos she's helping with, all sorts of cool stuff going on. Props to our other DMs in the party, GMs, fun shit. Love our group. Let's get down to fucking business.
Don't let him
where we last left off in session 7, I hate them all. Where we last left off, episode 7, Web and Bone. The Lords of Nightstone finished up their battle with the Sorrowsworn in the caverns of the Underdark. Oh, wait. Speaking of artists, we have a brief thing to display, I think. What we got? Oh. Is that it looks like one of the monsters from Minecraft, but I don't know what it is. It's blurred.
It's a Lego platform.
Oh, I see. Let's say, Brandon, you shouldn't be allowing your kid to make explicit art that we have to blur on the air.
Look at this. Yeah, right, dog?
That's pretty rad, dude.
All right.
All the best artists get censored, okay?
Exactly. Uh, that was Banksy, if you didn't know. Where we last left off, the party fought off the Sorrowsworn within the caverns of the Underdark on their way down to Skullport to try to liberate it from the hordes of spiders that were trying to surge into the city. They made short work of the bastards, which almost killed Brandon, but almost killed Davos, pardon-moi, but came back with a vengeance and kicked some ass. We were very happy to have you two back, by the way. We then proceeded down to where the party encountered another party who seemed to be injured and was asking the Lords of Nightstone to keep watch while they recovered. After some interactions across the room, which I was very happy with. I think y'all did. That was kind of interesting. I'm going to have to throw an actual party at y'all, mostly because you'll be super sus about it. Because this was no party, but an ancient obelisk that had stolen the memories of countless adventurers before and was impersonating them using its I forget what it calls them. Sulfurous sulfurous impersonations, or it's not impersonations. Something wicked. Super cool. Got that stat block that I'm going to save for down the line. So don't trust anybody ever again.
Well, suspicious is our default. I kind of think.
Hey,
Y'all listen to Pandora next time. Damn.
Perpetually suspicious is our default.
I was kind
we'll
of
just hear the next thing too.
Thanks, Donovan.
When we proceeded on through the caverns, the party successfully intimidating the obelisk and not having that encounter because they realized, oh, these aren't just your normal average everyday run-of-the-mill adventurers. These are some fucking legendary motherfuckers. So the party proceeded to make their way to Skullport and found that the pathway that Pandora had been following that was marked with Thieves' Cant to let people know. Thieves can't. I want to enunciate that very clearly. That the path was blocked. It seemed to have been caved in. I believe Yuan and Goldbrand worked together to do some molding of Earth, and were able to get their
Earthbending.
And we're able to make a pathway that the party could enter in, and found the city of Skullport absolutely swarming with spiders. But not just spiders. There were also drow and demonic entities that seemed like half spider, half humanoids. Some with multiple arms, some that, as my son called, spider werewolves, which, very apt. Dragoloths. Look them up. They're spoopy. Actually, they're here. We'll show you. And the party made their way into the city, very carefully navigating this den of web, knowing that if they were to step on any of these webs, that it would draw the attention of the entire populace. They did see a few things as they made their way in. They saw that the Towers of Woe, originally the 7 towers, but after their conflict with Amerigo, now the 5 towers, were completely engulfed in web, like a column of web, almost like a tornado frozen in time. The party also found that the majority of the citizens of Skullport, the Skulkers, were trapped on the Warrens. That's what they're called canonically. I did not make that up. The Skulkers were all trapped in the Warrens, which was surrounded by a circular web and heavily guarded. They also saw that there was a lot of guards at Pandora's casino, the scratching post. And of course that the skulls of Skullport were not present. Knowing that the skulls were powered by the mythal from the civilization that predated any of this, Barbara decided to guide her party, toward the mythal to see if they could get some extra firepower. When they arrived, they found several drow in here, as well as Dragoloths, and they were siphoning the power, apparently. They began a conflict in which they actually were met with a familiar face to Barbara, at least, known for now simply as Mr. Boots. The party began this combat where Mr. Boots informed them that the siphons were what were stopping the skulls of Skullport from coming back, and as more and more enemies surged into the cavern, they changed their objective and began destroying these. I believe we have 5 of the 7 destroyed, with only the far left and the far right visible. Speaking of visible, do you guys have, is it light? Is it dark? Do y'all see anything? Do y'all see everything? Hopefully not everything.
We see some stuff.
Yeah, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't see 5 back here because we don't have
As
that
long
line
as
of
there's,
sight.
as long as you have
vaguely
total
see that
sight,
one, just the shadow of it.
with that in mind, my friends, we're going to go ahead and get down to business. And with that, let's get back to Tyranny of Flagons. And
Live.
we're back. Where we last left off, we were at the top of initiative with Pandora Sirensbane leading the charge. Pandora, as you see the Dracoloth and the Drow from the city surging into this chamber, amassing very quickly a new army of foes to face, what do you do?
I don't like them. I don't want them.
It's a good call. You should really do it. Y'all paralyzed one for the entire fight, so whatever that's worth.
I'm not sorry. And it was a mage worth it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking to see.
Are you concentrating?
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
I was like, the fucking Pandora don't concentrate on anything.
Accurate.
I'm looking at, just thinking about putting these guys on the ceiling. I mean, there's like 3 of them. I'm trying to think how I can grab 3 of them and not myself.
That is a little tricky.
As it says 20-foot radius, that's really big.
Yeah, that's 40 feet, like across.
Yeah, no, and there's
Diameter.
This is all wall right here, I assume.
Yes, yeah, that's like actually part of the cave structure. This temple of sorts was carved into the mountainside, the under mountain side.
Ugh.
Bedrock.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't like that. Hold on, I've got maybe a secondary idea.
Okay. If you want to take a second, you can always have Art crack some skulls.
My sword has ink cloud.
Yes, darkness. Yes.
Yeah. It says with a range of self. So how is it just on me? Is it?
I think it's a cloud that, like, when you use it, it emits from the sword. It's not like a spell that you conjure elsewhere. The sword itself releases the cloud.
Right. Do you know how big the area of that is?
It should give you the spell, but I think it's a 20-foot diameter as well. No, not just regular darkness. 5e darkness.
Yeah, no, it doesn't say on my thing.
15-foot radius, so
darkness.
It's 30 feet across.
Okay. My darkness spell says 60 feet, 15 feet area.
So the spell is the spell lets you pick a point
yeah.
within 60 feet, and then you make the 30-foot sphere. The 30-foot diameter sphere. Your sword just emits it where you are, but a little less versatile. But it's a magic item. They're picky sometimes.
Alright, well, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that then. I'm gonna cast some darkness, like, right here, so I think I can catch all 4 of these in the entryway here.
Fantastic. I'm going to drop that for you. Oh. Wow. That's actually a little smaller than what it needs to be, so I will make that bigger for you. Come on, you bitch. D&D Beyond, everybody, is kind of crappy. I'm just going to say it.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Roll 20. I love you most of the time, but you're not nice, mister. Excellent. So the entryway becomes clouded in this thick darkness as you guys see Pandora disappear. Y'all couldn't see her anyway, of course, because Pandora, but the entire entryway becomes blocked and obscured, obfuscated, if you will. What do you do from there, Pandora?
Well, that, I assume, is an action to cast. If I'm already hidden, should I re-roll for stealthing?
You did cast a spell, which technically takes you out of that. So
okay.
You can choose to rehide.
Yeah, we're gonna hang around here in the darkness.
Fantastic. Arcanox, as you see this bubble of darkness pop up, what do you choose to do?
One second. Let me get my map to load back up. Rest on me. Anyway, the drow that is closest on to my left.
This one down here or this one over here? I'm sorry, I didn't do the thing. This one over here or this one down here?
It's the one that Devos' rapier was engaged with.
Yeah, okay. So this is the Arachnomancer over this way.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use some of my flying speed to fly over to them.
Gotcha. I think there's a wall of fire. However, I forget if you have fire immunity or resistance. You could also probably fly over it.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Thematically, that'd look really cool.
I wish my
Do the
map
Fire
was
and
there.
Flames plays in the background.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding. The Unknowable One plays in the background, motherfucker. Fantastic. Yeah, that definitely hits. She's paralyzed, so I think that's an auto crit, if I'm not mistaken. So roll damage and we'll double that die, my dude. 12 die with a 6, so that's 18 points of damage. You knock her into next Tuesday. You got 2 more swings. What do you got, homie?
Yo. Let me get them one more time.
Yeah, 28 definitely hits. Roll that damage.
Dang,
Yeah.
she's getting thrashed.
Yeah, 8, the die, that's a low die number. That's only 2, so that's actually going to be a 10. She is very fucked up. Pretty close to 5% health.
God.
Oh, I did that backwards. There we go.
All right.
Which one is he hitting?
The Arachnomancer over here.
Boop.
Come on, baby. You can do it.
I believe in you, Arcanox.
I was gonna do something more thematic, but I'm gonna swing one more time at him
Yeah, get him, homie. Fuck him up.
before I load my map back up.
The drama, the tension.
Oh no!
Also,
Very
be
tough
thinking
shit.
on any active spells and effects you guys have. I see a few symbols, but it's been a couple of weeks. I've slept
Oh.
since then.
Why did you say
I'm
that?
quiet.
She's held personed. Those are both crits.
I did crit damage for both of them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that then.
You're welcome,
Sorry.
motherfucker. Pay attention. All right,
Haha!
I'll allow it. One more douse. One more dredge.
Yeah. It's gonna be down. Go through. Come on.
Come on, do something.
Do it.
Me poking my app.
Your app?
Poking my app sounds a little worse out loud. Yeah, I was like,
Which
that
app?
felt weird on my tongue.
D&D Beyond?
Come on.
Roll20?
I think he's the D&D Beyond app's the one that's. Well, I guess I don't know which one's bogged down.
Might be.
Do you want me to try to roll from my sheet, my guy?
Yeah, go for it.
There we go.
There it goes.
I'll hit your
Oh.
damage for you. Make it try to expedite it. Yeah, that's enough. You cleave through her. She is sent asunder. This woman did not get to do anything the entire fucking round. And
love
I'm
that for
honestly,
her.
I'm proud of it. You know, you guys you done good, Hasselhoffs. She's no longer paralyzed because she's dead. Fantastic. With that, my guy, Davos is sexy rapier. Was covered. The last 2 letters of that were covered by the wall, and it didn't look too good for you, Davos, for a second. With that bonus action, my guy, Captain Arcanox.
Bonus action. The other drow that's to the north. No, I got map a little bit. See, just to expedite it, how far away are they?
He is. It looks like about 25, 23 feet, somewhere about there.
Cool.
Oh, and I will tell you this. Well, no, we said you flew over it. You were in the air some distance. I forget exactly how tall Josh's wall is. I think it's 15, 10, 20.
20.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my 2 weapon fighting. So I'm gonna attack with dredge
Fantastic. Bonus
with
action.
my
Pop.
with my ranged.
Yeah.
Yeet 'em.
Arcanox flies through the fire. Ironically, his sword actually water as he swings it around, creates almost a veil around him. I'm going to say, even if he flew through the fire, no damage. You cleave through the Arachnomancer, 3 incredibly swift strikes, and on the last strike, he grabs the anchor in his hip, swings, and it hurls across the room, and does make contact with the consort. Roll some damage for that, my guy.
Sexy.
Cool.
He was just shot
And
like
then
4 times.
make a strength save for me too.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this. He a purdy boy. He don't look strong. Let's see what he got. Consort. I do like the drow culture that they, since it's a matriarchy. Yeah, there we go. Since it's a matriarchy, that they have male consorts and they're in slutty outfits, just like the women would be. He rolled a 5. So that is definitely restrained, correct?
Grappled and restrained.
Grappled and restrained. I'm going to put a little net on him.
Double whammy.
Also, do you know what the heart and chain icon on your character is? Because I have forgotten.
I want to say it was concentration on something.
Okay. We'll come back to that in a second. Just think on that, and when you figure out, let me know. Josh, do you know what you're concentrating on? Or what that symbol is?
The wall of fire.
Okay. And Devin, you're no longer concentrating on paralyzed.
Yeah, so that was it. It was whole person.
And you're flying?
Yes, sir. I'm in the dragon form.
Oh, dragon.
And,
That's
and
right.
that was I made a bunch of con saves, like concentration checks last turn, but the dragon form it essentially makes it to where I can't roll. I make it 15. Like I roll right out of it. Like sets it flat almost.
So as long as they don't deal 30 plus damage, you pretty much always pass, which is very solid. That brings us to the Shadow Blade Summoner.
Best I can figure, Joey. I think I have Shield of Faith up. I think that
makes sense.
Only thing I can think of.
Okay, and I think you put that.
And I think you gave it to Davos.
I was about to say, I don't think it was on you. So Davos, make sure you have a +2 to your AC right now. And you guys help me remember if I smack you to unconcentrate you. The Shadow Blade, his priorities are shifting. He's looking at the three of you, bearing down on him in the hallway. I think he's gonna try. You know what? I'm gonna do this because actually, how high up are you, Devin? Do you remember? 15 feet, 10 feet? You were hitting with the scythe?
Yeah, so I was like a square away.
Okay. So you're within melee range. And Kaya's there. I think that he is going to fade into the shadows, because guess what this motherfucker has? Shadow Step, Joshua! So he's gonna just use that to get some distance and get over here, and then he takes his movement speed and disappears, as far as you guys can tell, down the hallway.
It's a trap.
You gather that he's going toward the one of the extra siphons. Actually, before he disappears, he still has his action. I think he will pop one of y'all with a parting gift. Let's say his Shadow Sword is so much cooler, though. You know what? I'll back up just a second. He's going to hit Kaya with the Shadow Sword first. That is going to be a 27 to hit.
Who are you, and what have you done with Joey Nicolella?
And
that certainly hits.
I can't kill this dog, so it's fair game. That is 33 points of, I think it's mixed damage, necrotic damage. I don't know what Kaya has as far as resistances, but that's pretty beefy.
Not much. She's up, barely.
Excellent. Okay, then he will take his second attack on her.
God.
The Shadow Swords are very cool, and I hate that he's kind of been emasculated. That is an only 11 for the to hit, so I don't think that hits her.
No.
He's going to very frustratedly. He'll take this last swing at Goldbrand. A 24, which does hit a Goldbrand, and 27 points of necrotic damage, my good sir. I think you're raging and you have resistance against that, but just so you know. He will then Shadow Step and then disappear down the hallway.
Weenie.
Yeah. The Arachnomancer is dead! So we go to Goldbrand.
Oh boy.
Color of Brands.
Color of Brands.
Color of Brands.
Sorry, I'm gonna fix this. Did you say 20? I subtracted it from my sheet, but not from my token, so 1 second. Goldbrand is going... Man, how far away did he get? That's not... I didn't like that.
You don't know? He Shadow Stepped away, so you know he probably had his full movement speed.
Okay. This one's still up? This crystal?
No, that one's down. The two that are up have like a little yellow dot on them. So you get all of them you can see except for the two on the far sides have been destroyed.
Okay.
So there's only those two left. And
So
you went in one of those.
this is
chambers.
half my movement speed. There's the other one, huh? Okay. So I can reach him, so I'm gonna run to where I am, and then I'm gonna run to him. I'll have like 3 feet of movement speed left. I'm gonna rage on the way as a bonus action, and then I'm gonna take 2 swings at him.
Fantastic.
They're all
Swing.
gross.
That 14 will not hit. The 20 most certainly will, though. That's 11 points of damage.
+2 for rage.
Thank you, sir. Excellent. Fantastic. That's both your swings. You rage for a bonus action. We round not to Pandora. Stop your shit. We round to the Dragoloths, who one of them is submerged in the darkness. One of them is just behind it. I think he'll kill the other 3. He does not know Pandora is there, so he's going to keep going. He's going to come out of here. Still has 15 feet of movement, so he's going to make his way to Josh. The other one is going to take. Do they have 45 movement speed? I'm sorry. Let me check some statistics. He does not have speed, so he's going to dash because he does not know Pandora is there. He's going to come in. He's also going to go over here, but he is not going to be able to attack. The first Dragoloth is going to make some swings. He is going to make a bite and 2 claw attacks. Josh, tell me if any of these numbers hit. 11, 21, 9. Only one of those hit.
One
You
of
can
those
use the
hits.
shield hit. The 21?
Uh,
That is going to be 21 points of damage unless you choose to block it.
I'm gonna shield it.
Waste those spell slots, motherfucker. You won't need them. The Dragoloth comes in with a flurry of swipes, but is not able to make purchase. We go to Davos, the Dawnbringer.
Gonna run up to this other thing,
Yeah.
bring my rapier with me, or resummon it, whatever I have to do.
Mhm.
Take 2 swings on it.
Yeah,
Here's
pop
the
out,
first
motherfucker.
one,
They're not very sturdy. Let's go.
and second swing.
They have an AC of 13. That definitely hits. That definitely hits. They have a damage threshold of 10, so that 13 damage goes through. Does not quite break it. Second swing. Yeah, fantastic. 2 quick blows. It takes you no time at all to carve your way through this. And now there is just one of the 7 siphons remaining. As we... bonus action? I'm sorry.
I don't know how many feet that was.
You were right about here?
And the
Looks
one
like-
on the top left is still there or no?
No, the only one left now is the one right by Goldbrand. You only have about 5 feet of movement speed left.
Alright, I'll just go back 5 feet then. Alright, done.
Davos whipping it back down the hallway. We come to the consort. He kind of pissed at Pib. He sees Arcanox take down his buddy though, and Arcanox is probably his primary threat at the moment. I think that he's
Hell
going
yeah.
to go. Scimitar, Arcane Eruption. Ooh, he does have Arcane Eruption. Oh, he also has. But he can't see. I was about to Dimension Door this motherfucker out of here.
You don't have to
I see.
see for Dimension Door.
Is he's
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm glad
I'm
you're
gonna
here.
roll for it. I'll roll in
Hey,
front of the curtain.
We lost most of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
lost most of that.
We lost most of that.
Like
It was
my
all
audio
buggy and
quality?
glitchy. Yeah.
Oh, my apologies. I was trying to decide if the consort is going to bail or not. I think I'm gonna roll for it. I think I'm gonna roll odds. He stays. Evens. He splits. I roll it in front of the curtain. Even. He splits. He's gonna pop a dimension door. He wanted to do this with a buddy, but his buddy is dead. So he suddenly disappears from the chamber. You guys do not see where he goes, so you have no context. He is. Oh, yeah, he's gone. With that, the other 2 drow, one of them comes up out of the darkness. He is going to make. He sees the wall of fire, exits the darkness, realizes it's getting hotter, emerges by the fire, and backs the fuck up. He is going to probably do a. I think he's gonna. You see, the Dragoloths have you on. He's gonna go for the easier target. He's gonna go make a poisonous touch on your doggy boy. I'm sorry. It does a 27 hit Kaya. He said
yeah.
sarcastically. Ooh, that's very
Joey
good.
Nicolella hates dogs, confirmed.
Get that on a t-shirt and print it. That's 34 points of poison damage, which is a chunk.
She gone.
He cannot. He could get to you. Yeah, I think he's gonna, because he only has these 5 more feet to walk up. He's gonna pop you with the same thing. +8 to hit, a 24. This is poison damage, which you have resistance to. So you only take 20 at a 41. This is 10d6 damage on this poison touch, by the way. Drow are fucked. I didn't know that before I started making these encounters, but Drow are fucked.
Yeah, they kind of are.
The other one is going to make his way through the darkness. He can just barely get to their side. I'm going to say he doesn't even realize where the fire is. So at the start of his next turn, he's going to take some heat. With that, we round to Yuan. Yuan, what Yuan got?
You want getting teamed here.
Summon the power of Inosuke.
I'm going to.
I'm going home.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm going Ghost. I was gonna go Danny Phantom.
Danny
with that.
Phantom.
Classic. Love Danny Phantom.
I'm going to, of course, shadow step the heck out of the situation.
Yeah, dude.
I'm actually going to go straight back behind the cat guy because I don't know that this is here, but I remember him yelling it was close to him earlier.
I'm sorry, 1 second. You had shield up. What was your AC with shield? Did the 24 hit?
It would have hit, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought I was going to save you damage. Also, make a concentration check. Beat a 10.
Yeah, you got it.
Does the shield drop at the start of his turn anyway?
It does, but the drow hit him before it started his turn.
Got a 29.
Yeah, you solid. You're good.
And then I don't like that they all just smack me, so I'm gonna lob a fireball like right here.
Get it. Going like,
Yeah.
oh, and they're all in one cluster.
You
Yeah,
bet
they
they
are.
are.
You love
Yeah.
to see it, honestly. Even as a DM, love to see it.
I was gonna hit him with a breath weapon, so that works.
Fantastic. Dex save. I think some of them do have proficiency in this, but the Dragoloths do not.
Is it
An
actually
18 and a
fire?
16.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably leave a fire.
Yeah, it'd be
I-
blue.
Blue fire. No cap, because I'm saying hip with the youth, don't you know? They do resist fire damage. The Dragoloths do. Let me look at the drow. They
Little
are.
sus.
That's that block.
Would
They
I have
also
known
don't have-
this? I've already cast a fireball on them once, I think. I don't know if I would have known that or not. I can't remember.
And with your particular skill set, it's hard to say if it would have been a fireball.
Right.
I'll tell you what, make a history check for me. We'll see if Yuan can draw on any of his past lives and learn anything about these before he chooses the element of that attack. I am
I
nothing.
rolled a
if not
7.
there. I mean, that's a spider fucker. Burn it. That's their saves. Only 2 of them pass. One of the drow, one of the Dragoloth. The others are going to take full damage, but they are fresh from the fight. These are the ones that have just surged into this chamber. So that's that. He only takes half, so that's what, 13. He takes the full 27. And then you take. Oh, I'm sorry, that was not enough. That should be. And then you only take half of that, which is the 13, which we established. Fantastic. All right, you do a chunk of damage to them, but you notice that the Dragoloth are not as injured by it as you would think. They do wince a bit at the light, at the brightness of it, but it is not. They do not catch flame. What do you do with your bonus action? Oh, you shade step. Never mind. You may choose to move. As we go to Tabitha Sticks. It's not really Tabitha Sticks.
Favorite
Senor.
part of last session was Brandon being so sus that Tabitha's name was
Tabitha
on initiative order.
She was gonna pop out of nowhere. So I've almost already killed my PC once. I'm gonna try to not to do that. He cannot quite get to where he wants to be. He's going to use his zoomies. Barbara can tell you. Feline agility, that's the thing. Oh, I don't have his stat block up. I'm sorry. Let me look up. Boots? Mr. Boots. Thank you for being here with us today. Your services are... Oh, I do have one confession. I forgot that gunslingers, when they roll a 1, or whatever their misfire is, they're gun jams. So I did undo one of his shots that was after the one that he rolled last session. So I am nothing if not a motherfucker. With that, I think he's going to go... Oh, the Shadow Blade or the Artifact? I think he's going to do Cat's Claws on the Artifact. Oh, and this might be fun. Devin, roll a perception check for me.
28.
28 is very solid. Let me roll. He gets 2 of these. Makes 3 attacks per turn. That's how many he needs. 2 would not be enough. He has to make the 3rd. Okay. With a 28, you watch as his claw slash grabs the siphon, and he swiftly tucks it into his coat. And then he turns to face the drow. He is going to. He doesn't want a second wind. Yeah, I think he's actually good. He's going to hold his ground there. We roll to the top of the initiative. Another. Oh, sorry. Pardon moi.
I was about to
As
say.
the last as the last siphon is removed, you see a flurry of activity. First, the mythal in the center of the chamber glows brightly, so bright that it even washes away the darkness that you were sheathed in, Pandora. The drow recoil as if this radiance is that of sunlight, as all the skulls within the chamber ignite with a bright green glow and face
buddy.
their queen. Brandon couldn't handle it. It was too hot.
Rattle 'em, boys.
Rattle 'em, boys. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put those on the token layer so you can see. As this happens, you feel with their gaunt faces. They look to you, but there is no recognition within the embers that are their eyes. You can sense that the mythal is volatile and it needs guidance. What do you do? Pandora's mistake.
The mythal pit they came out of, is there anything? I guess it's a magical substance.
Yeah, it's like this. It looks almost as if a dome, almost if a sun trapped within this room was dead and has now reignited. The skulls did not emerge from it, but there were 4 skulls on the ground that became, as soon as the mythal reactivated, became wreathed in flame and rose up. But they do not seem to recognize you as their commander at the moment. What do you do?
Would I have any sort of knowledge on, like, troubleshooting this problem?
Turn them off,
have a
turn them back on. You know that the skulls are bound to serve the ruler of Skullport. You think that right now, the ruler of Skullport is unclear. You have to, in a way, win them over. And you have seconds as you see green flames begin to build up within their jaw.
Okay, so, like, are they aiming at me? Can they see me?
Yes, I don't know if they see you in particular, but this room is about to become an inferno. You, your allies, anyone in the vicinity will be cooked.
All right, anybody got any ideas for,
No, this is a split second. This is a split-second decision. I need you to tell me what you do.
I mean, as soon as I see them, I would obviously tell them that I am their queen, and obey me or perish. Does that sound intimidating? I guess.
I will allow you an intimidation check. If you give me a little more, I can give you advantage. But I think for just obey me or perish, need a little more. Shame. Ark might be the only one to survive the inferno.
Yeah. I was thinking,
Yeah, I'm gonna take chromatic wording if that's the case, bro. Like,
you boys want to roll 24d6 for me? Excuse me. 32d6. My apologies.
Jesus Christ. I was trying to think what identifies me as captain. I don't really have it. Oh, no, I've got the Nightstone signet ring, but that's not going to help.
You gather it's not so much a symbol that's going to show them that you are the leader, but your sheer force of will, your charisma, your willpower.
Okay, so then I have a...
If you verbalize something well enough, you'll get advantage, but you're making an intimidation check because of what you've said already.
Right.
So it's nothing on your character sheet that's going to help you. It's your words.
yeah.
I can't use words. Words are useless.
All right, then
See,
roll your intimidation check.
It's a show of force for a pirate, okay? Like, you kill the one guy, you get the throne. That's how that works.
That actually is how that works.
That's why I was going to
roll your intimidation check.
Ask if,
Roll your intimidation check.
Oh, I was gonna ask if I like murked one of these guys real hard, if that would help.
Well, you know that when you killed Xanathar, the skulls became yours. An 11.
Let me use a lucky to roll that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, roll my lucky dice here. Wow, I am not intimidating.
I will give you one last
That's why
chance
I'm
if
like,
you can
really?
conjure up some sort of speech to give yourself advantage. Because otherwise, that's going to be a failure. And this is about to get real spicy real quick.
You've put me on the spot. I don't. I'm like, what would I
Okay.
say to these?
Well, think of it like this, and I think this is what the imagery that conjures up Pandora is. You've been on ships that have had people who have considered a mutiny. What would Pandora say to get her crew back in line?
Witness.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, you just send those people overboard, okay? Like, ain't none of that nonsense in my town. I would, as Queen of Skullport, I guess my chief concern is the city itself. Your city is in tatters, and here you are, weak, doing nothing, laying on the floor. Go after those who would defile you.
Very good. I'll give you advantage, and I'll even allow you the lucky advantage as well. So roll your first intimidation check.
Oh geez. Oh geez, Rick.
Roll one
That
last
was-
time for your lucky.
Good God,
Hey,
fucking.
you're not
done.
proficient.
Okay, no,
You're not
I
proficient
have
in.
another. I have 2 more luck points.
If you want to
I'm
roll
not-
two, if you want to spend a point and roll 2 more, you can.
I was gonna
God,
say
can I help her, please?
have more proficiency in persuasion than anything. I mean, as far as like the stats for.
I tell you what, I will allow Ark to give you his intimidation modifier in place of yours.
Okay, cool.
He
I was
is
gonna
your
say,
right
Mr.
hand
Beast
of the
back up.
city. I will allow it. Arcanox, what is your intimidation modifier?
Plus 14.
Plus 14. That will be good. Barbara, add a lucky point back to your sheet because you would not have needed it. With a whopping 22, you watch as the skulls hear your command. And there's this very tense moment where that flame continues to build. And then suddenly, in unison, they bow their heads and their green flames shift to a blazing amethyst as they await your command. You have told them to exile these people from your city. And as the drow attempt to flee, the hallway and the corridor become a column of radiant pink inferno that blasts out into the city. Everyone within the city of Skullport sees a huge plume of purple flame, a mushroom cloud laid on its side, burst into the city. Everyone knows that the skulls are back in action. As these skulls pursue these drow down the corridor, the 13th, the final one, actually rushes through you, causing a burst of pink flames to wash over your body. You feel the energies of the mythal come in tune with your own, and your bow begins to glow as the gems elongate, simultaneously sharpening and refining themselves in a perfect symmetry. Even your coat, the captain's pride that was once worn by your sworn enemy, reacts to this, as the emblem on your back shifts from the flag of the 9 lives to begin forming a new emblem. A city with jagged stalagmite teeth and 12 skulls blazing overhead, set into the mouth of an even more massive skull with its maw open wide. You watch as its jaw lines become the pillars of 5 woes, and two of the two broken pillars appear as if fangs at the top and bottom of this maw. As the sigil settles into its gold-etched lines on the back of your coat, the coat itself becomes a striking pink-purple color. And you all look onto your friend, now truly, undeniably, the Pirate Queen of Skullport. Pandora, do me a favor. On your character sheet, add a feat to your sheet called the Pirate Queen of Skullport. And your bow has been updated to have
I saw that. I was going to make a comment about it.
I thought that I would have to remove it and add it again before it would take effect. That was not the case, and that's okay. A little sneaky peeky never hurt nobody. I'll also drop an image, I guess I'll drop it in chat, of what the bow was before and after it undergoes its magical transformation.
All right, what feat did you tell me to take?
The Pirate Queen of Skullport.
Bro, so why y'all talking about feet?
And really gross. I was looking for shoe polish, and there's a company called the Feet People, and it the icon's like a foot with eyes, and I'm like, no, this should not be a thing. Y'all are in the exact opposite direction. Barbara, once you have that thing, that feat, I can't stop thinking about it. Will you please read it to us?
Oh no! Only feet.
Or I can read it to you if you would like.
What was that?
Once you have the feat added, will you read it to us?
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, I was reading it, and I'm like, wait, what? You said something.
Show us your
All right.
feet.
But they've been defeated.
Oh God.
All right. You are known throughout the land not only for your deeds with the Lord's Nine of Nightstone, but also your infamous reputation as Captain and Pirate Queen Savior of the city of Skullport. This grants me benefits both in and out of the Underdark City. I now have a boosted charisma score by 2, and I gain expertise in charisma intimidation checks. Look at that!
Yeah.
Fancy that. Once per long rest, I can choose to give myself advantage when I wouldn't normally have it, which triggers sneak attack. My amethyst longbow is now empowered by the magic within Skullport's Mythal, granting it new spells and enhancing existing abilities. Benefits while we are here in Skullport. My familiarity with the city provides advantage on stealth rolls. Successful checks count as one more for the purpose of group checks. So extra stealthy. While in Skullport, I can take a short rest in just 10 minutes as you find resources, safe cover, and protection. May use my action to call upon one of the 13 skulls. That's what we're ready. My body is ready for that one. Moves on my initiative, obeys my commands, etc., etc.
Absolutely. I will say that those final 3, and I know there's a flurry of information, those final 3 are only while you were within the city of Skullport, but you got some pretty sick perks, Captain. Captain. As we exit, as we exit the combat, all of you can breathe a sigh of relief. And immediately, Boots comes racing past Goldbrand and trying to find you. You, I imagine, during this have moved out from your hiding spot because you were making yourself known. So as he sees you, he immediately runs and falls to your feet. My queen, I'm glad you were safe. When you did not arrive, I was worried the worst fate befell you.
I'm gonna scoop him up because I guess I was gonna say he is probably like a quarter of the size of Pandora. You know, she's not big, especially when you look at her compared to Arcanauts.
I'd say probably close to half. You're like 6 feet, 7 feet,
something like that.
Yeah, he's probably like 3.5. You know, little under 4 feet.
He's small. He's scoopable. I'm gonna pick him up and give him like a little kiss on each cheek. When have I ever been late for a meeting, dear?
Every single time, but that is all right.
She goes to meetings?
Sometimes, you know.
That's what we call executions here in the city, you understand?
Makes more sense.
That's when the interventions count as meetings.
To say all my meetings happen in the casino at the bar, thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't
will
know
not
they
be
had
any
meetings.
questions at this time.
Yeah. He looks around at all of you and I appreciate your arrival. I was trying to figure out the way to stop them, but they far outnumbered me. I appreciate your service. He watches, he pops out a jam in his gun and begins to fix a thing and reload it. I do not believe we have much time, but we should take a moment to lick our wounds and repair ourselves. The skulls will keep the city distracted for a moment.
We have to get to my sister as quick as possible.
And
Do
she's
you know
in
where she is?
She's in the spire, the thing
In the
of
Tower of Five Woes.
The Tower of Five Woes. Thank you.
Yeah. And he'll actually look at the 5 of you as you sort of gather around, and he'll tip his hat to Arcanox. But the other 3, he kind of looks. Y'all have not met this figure before, and he's kind of looking a little suspiciously at you. Goes, are these the adventuring party that you were once with?
Yes, they're good people. They are friends and eternal patrons to Skullport.
Good people. They'll stick out like a sore thumb. Pardon me, I have been rude and not made introductions. My name is Inigo Antonio Esteban Julio Ricardo Banderas Montoya de la Rosa El Tercero de la Ciudad de la Hiacholo del Gato Malo en el Zapatos. But you can call me Mr. Boots. He does a little flourish. And you do notice he has very fine boots. Very fine pirate wear all around, honestly.
Goldbrand nods to him and goes, Goldbrand, Starkeeper, First Claw, and list like his whole lifetime of, accolades or whatever. Then he
Slayer of at least 2 dragons. Do not listen to that fucker.
he still might have more than me, but he'll
He regards each of them with respect and gives you a proper curtsy. He'll look to Davos and you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for the help.
But of course, anything for my city. Anything for my queen.
I'll just nod at him. I'm like half dead, more than half dead.
We should
I'm about
take
to
a
fall
moment.
asleep in this chair.
We should take a moment to lick our wounds. You guys can take a short rest in the span of only 10 minutes, thanks to Pandora's new perk. So everyone go ahead and hit that short rest button.
hold it. Well, don't hold it.
I'm not gonna lick your wounds, but I can place my hands on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna help
He
him
kinda
try
looks
to.
I can also do that.
Mr. Booth,
Save
don't
your
be licking
resources, my
wounds.
friend.
Wink, wink.
I think he was
Save your
talking to you
resources, my
on.
friend. We have time.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
We
He was
stay-
talking
we
to you
stay-
on.
Roll
Thank-
your dice before you cast any spells. See what you can get back.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
And then you guys, I'm assuming I would be able to use my Song of Rest
Yeah, for sure.
to get
You
an
play
extra D10 for everybody.
While you guys are taking this 10-minute break, you just hear intermission as Davos goes into a rousing bout of one of his famous tunes.
Oh, that's stupid. Hold on. What? I can never do this right.
Hotel
You have to roll
Skullport.
them individually, which is the stupidest thing.
Welcome to the
Hold on, I got
Hotel
an idea.
Skullport.
Exactly.
14, 24.
Oh, I love this one. I keep trying to get the Fayfires to do an Underdark tour, but they haven't responded to any of my letters. Granted, I don't think any of the messengers have survived.
What do we get to add for your dice, Davos?
An additional 1d10.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I have
why
to
don't you roll that, and then everybody will just use that number.
Yes, please.
Unless it's a 1.
Prize and full HP.
Oh
Alright,
no,
that
was
I
not-
didn't
That
get
was not
one!
the D10. Alright, let's see.
Let's see.
1d10. Dead.
How are you feeling after this, Yuan? Because I can use a healing spirit to get quite a bit of utility. I can change my constellation, and every time it pops, I can hit someone else. And it will go like 3 or 4 times, I think, before it runs out. So, like, I can really utility that into some extra healing for multiple people if we need it. 12 plus. Wait, 8.
No,
Sorry.
you get 8 more, yes.
Yeah.
He rolled a 12 for himself, which is solid.
Thank you.
Also, make sure you hit the short rest button itself to where you regain any abilities that would regain on that. I don't think any of you regain spells, but certain things might be popped by that.
I am back full health.
While you guys are
3
patching
of
up,
my paladin dice.
while you're patching up, Boots will give you a bit of a rundown. I'm glad you arrived when you did. Some nasty spider woman led the arachnids in droves. We were doing well holding them off at the cave mouths, collapsing all but one of them for better fortifications. But when the fires of the skulls flickered out, we lost our greatest artillery, and they began driving us back until they overwhelmed the city. Eventually, they captured the skulkers, our friend Sienna among them. I do not know what they wish to do with us, but once they infiltrated, they became much more concerned with capture over slaughter. We need reinforcements, but the fearsome plume is blocked, and therefore no ships can reach it to clear the passageway. I also know that your sister is captive in the Tower of Five Woes. I do not know what the spider bitch has been planned for her, but it cannot be good. It's exactly that, Barb.
Well, all right. Well, my priority is going to be freeing Avalon, and I feel that gives us an advantageous position in the city itself. So we just have to get there. Do we have any back routes or anything we can, while the skulls are providing us with cover, so to say? Is there any back routes still open that we can get there unnoticed?
The skulls would provide excellent distractions. I'm a little concerned with the sheer quantity of foes. The skulls themselves are not immortal. If they are downed, they can be put out of commission for a while. Furthermore, the citizens are still captive. My concern is if we do not receive additional reinforcements, that the spiders will simply overrun us by sheer numbers. We need something that can clear the fearsome plume and get the ships down. We have ships waiting at the harbor.
Go look at Arcanox. and ask him if he can get any contacts that we can coordinate something to open up room in the city.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. I know the Inferno's out of reach, but if the Wyvern's nearby, we could probably try to do something.
Well, you know that the passage is underwater. The Wyvern might not be able to get down. You don't know exactly where Captain Dynamite was heading, but he said he was going to reach an old contact. If you take a moment to pull out the silver hand mirror and say his name, his face will conjure up, and we'll expedite the information exchange that he's actually in Waterdeep, which is not far from the entrance to Skullport. He says, I had heard some rumor that there was a blockage of the flume, but I did not realize that things had gotten so dire. I'll do my best to, if the passage truly is flooded, Snapmaw will not have any difficulty delving through that. We'll get that passage clear for you, Captain.
Appreciate it.
He loads up his men and begins to make their way to the fearsome plume from the other end of the city. Excellent. Anything else you guys want to do over your brief rest?
How you feeling on your health there, Josh?
I'm most of the way to full. I don't know if I should hold on to any of my hit dice or not, but I'm like 11 hit points off of max.
I'm the only one
I
still
don't really-
kind of hurt. I'll roll with it. I've got a good bit of health.
Okay.
Alright, no
But you're
spells for
out
me.
of hit dice, Goldberg?
Nah, I still have more hit dice. I'm just
That's
hanging
a-
on to them.
Or do we
Let's see.
anticipate another short rest?
I mean, it only
Believe-
takes 10 minutes.
Right.
I believe that the spider bitch is our primary concern. It is just a matter of getting through to her. We could sneak to the city, of course, but we are very outnumbered. And it's about this time.
What if we fly?
There are webs all over the place. You will be stuck like a fly in the webs. Do you not understand? It's about this time that Pandora, you hear something in your ear, and it's the unmistakable voice of your sister. She says, Pandora, she wants you to call up the skulls, or she'll kill all the skulkers, myself included. She wants you to meet her here at the Five Woes alone. Her army won't attack you, but they will kill your friends on sight. You know that you have a short response that you can give.
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
As the connection fades between you, you guys begin to make plans and head out to the city of Skullport. Let me bring you to a different map. Make sure all your hit points are current on these tokens. We're going to come back to this map in a way. So just hold right there, gang. As we return to the city of Skullport, there is the very comforting sight. And I meant to take the time to make these tokens pink-purple with the amethyst flames instead of the green, but looky, I didn't have time to do that. The 13 skulls of Skullport are blazing across the city. Literally a scorched earth campaign. There is fire, there are webs, there are guts, it is absolute chaos. And they are doing an excellent job of carving through the spiders. You feel fairly confident, actually, in their progress, as groups of the spiders are killed en masse. You do see some of the skulls are taking damage as well, but you feel overall much more confident than you did mere hours ago. However, you hear, in fact, Pandora, do me a favor, take 9 psychic damage as you begin to hear your sister screaming through both your earpiece as well as the cavern itself. And you hear a new voice come to you. So the Pirates Queen's back. Welcome home to your shithole of a city. I've done a bit of redecorating, I don't think you'd mind. Haven't met personally, but let's just say I go way back with a couple of your mates. You can call me the Dryder Queen. I thought your dear sister had made my demands clear, but I doubt you fully understand the severity of her situation. There's a pause as she waits for you to respond mentally.
I just got out of bed and scratched my ass, and you didn't give me a second to respond or make any sort of terms. You come into my city and you expect me to just follow your terms without proper negotiations. Some leader you are.
Don't think you understand. You're in no position to be bargaining. I have your city by the throat, your citizens beneath my boot, and your sister on the threshold of eternity. You were given very simple orders. Haul off the skull, or she will die. You have 10 minutes before I start skinning your sister, and if those skulls don't go down soon, I won't waste time in expediting my plans. And trust me, when I say that when I'm done making her into a fetching 3-piece set, I'll have her remains eviscerated into a million tiny pieces, fed to my children. I don't care what cleric you beg. I won't have a scrap of her to bring back. And by the way, he might be the best cleric in Faerun, but I'm the best beneath it. Your 10 minutes starts now. Call off the skulls, or I will provide you incentive. And you feel the connection sever.
Oh, damn, I wasn't done shit talking. That means I have 9 minutes and 59 seconds for these skulls to clear out as much as they can, and then I can call them off. See, look at that. Like,
she told you to call them off immediately. You think you can wait, but...
So I can turn either Ark or Goldbrand invisible, and then me and you can dimension door into the meeting place.
Love that.
But I
Yeah.
can't do the other. It has to be you because he's smaller than me.
mm-hmm.
I think it's of your size or smaller, but I get what you're going with.
Goldbrand and Ark are clearly larger.
You know, that's a funny
Very large.
thing. Now I'm thinking it's just like a Davos silhouette doorway, and you have to be able to fit into the doorway to get it to work.
Yeah, we can't let Pandora go in there by herself. I think you turn off the skulls and we wait for the most opportune moment. Like, if we can turn them upon them, like, at will without fear of consequence, maybe we can turn the tide at a critical moment. But
Yeah, I would call them into standby while we're trying to figure out how to proceed forward.
Yeah, the gears in my brain are smoking, trying to figure out how to get Avalon out of that and then just wreak havoc. I don't know that we can stay in the what do you call it again? Tower 5 Woes. Don't know that we can stay there. There's going to be a lot of motherfuckers.
A lot of motherfuckers indeed.
Does anybody have any kind of skill set that would make it easy? You have Dimension Door.
Mission Impossible in there.
Could you get to her and bring her to us? And then we can just start fucking shit up and run if we have to.
I guess I could go in with Dimension Door and then within 6 seconds pop right back out.
You have to get
That's
her.
a risk, though, to be in there for 6 seconds.
You have to get her, but we can follow. 6 seconds is only around, though. God damn it.
I do have
Pardon my
Teleport,
French.
but that's a one-time use in a 7th level spell. So I didn't want to teleport in.
You also know that you can free Avalon, but she still has the entire population of Skullport corralled together, and will make.
They'll take over another city.
This is the old.
It wasn't that
You
hard.
can be queen.
Dilemma.
You can't be queen of buildings, I'm afraid.
But,
I'll
you know,
turn-
Game of Thrones proves I can be queen of the ashes. So here we are.
I could try to hypnotic pattern some people and cause them to run away. I'm sorry, they're charmed and incapacitated with that one.
How many
So
is
that would
there?
actually It just is a 30-foot cube. Each creature within the area. So, if they're all huddled.
I have some hold persons too, man. Do you have any crowd control? Do we have enough crowd control to try to?
As the first minute passes, Barbara, I need you to take another 6 psychic damage. As she has not seen the skulls halted, so she is continuing to torture your sister.
I told you that I put them into standby mode. I called them off.
You said you were intending to, but I didn't hear an actual command. If you have officially called them off, you can keep that 6. Is that so?
Like
they
I said while we're talking, they go into standby. Sorry.
Can't confirm.
It seemed more like I was under the impression it was you were discussing options. I can put them into standby mode while we do this, but I will revoke that.
I mean, I have spells I can use for sure. I'm trying to think of other plans.
The sticky situation.
Like mostly I got blasting.
Because it sounds like we have 3 out of 5 shrugs for the citizens of Skullport. So if we get Pandora, or if we get Avalon, then
I mean,
the jig is up.
I don't want
All
to
bets
ignore
are
them,
off.
but like, if a couple of die, I'm okay with that. But I'd like to not just get Avalon and leave.
As you guys are discussing this, you see Mr. Boots is a little perturbed. These are his friends, his associates, people that he has lived many, many years with. And you see him like look in consternation. He's like, perhaps I can try to do my best to liberate some of them. Make my way down there and see who I can smuggle out. I was able to avoid those damn spiders once. Perhaps I can do it again.
How long do you need to do
A
that?
professional smuggler.
Hopefully less than 10 minutes, eh?
Could we all
8
sneak?
minutes.
He's gonna go by
I
himself.
was gonna
it
say
sounds
if
like.
y'all sneaky and I
You know
do a
that you
neat-
have to be
if
at
I-
the
if I do-
tower. You have to be at the Tower of Five Woes in about 8 minutes. And it's going to take you a few minutes to cross the city. Or she'll finish her sister.
I feel like I should go heading over that way, preparing for a meeting at least.
Step sister.
Okay. I think we should let him. You're free to do as you want. I'm curious what you plan to do with the things in your coat.
Interesting. He goes, they wanted it. It has to be of some use.
You don't have a use for it already.
Not in particular, but if it was siphoning the magic of the mythor, then it has to be powerful, no?
Do I believe him?
Roll an insight check. And I'll roll either way. Let me go to his character sheet, because I actually don't know his stats.
20.
Doopa-doopa-doop.
Oh, Goldbrand's so insightful.
20. Nice. Let me see here.
Hold on, I need to see if I got my... If I got a woe back, I'm gonna do that. I did not get it back, so I'm gonna save it.
I'm sorry. I thought I was done with him, so I closed his stat block. What do you mean?
I wanna know. If he grabbed it with purpose, I don't
No,
like
not.
that.
I know
If
what
he just-
you mean, but. Oh, but you son of a bitch! I had you open.
That's what she said.
I was trying to shift tab, but I'm not saying it. Okay, hang on.
So we trying to run in an ambush or sneak?
Roll a d20. I don't want y'all to see. It takes away the purpose of the roll. Okay. He seems honest. He thinks that if he can, he'll explain, I guess, a bit better. If I can get this to somebody, we have powerful casters. Well, no doubt that you are more powerful. If I can get it to somebody within the circle, perhaps they could do more good to get people out. I think you all need to be making your way to the tower.
If Goldbrand believes he did not grab it with a purpose in mind, I think that's enough for Goldbrand to assume he's not up to anything too nefarious. And, alright, so she has to appear to go in there alone, so we need to deal with that. Because we don't want her to go in there, we don't want her to go in alone. So you can invisible 2 of us.
Just one.
Davos can do 1. You can do 2, 3.
I can only do 1. I mean, technically I could do 2 with a twin, but I'm almost out of sorcery points because I had to use them to get my spell slots back.
I got the spell slots to use one of my invisibilities. And then, like I said, I'll get 1 if he has the slots to get the other. He doesn't have to twin it. And then we'll dimension door in.
Well,
maybe. No, it
for
sounds
what,
like
for what it's worth. Sorry, go ahead.
Now I think we're gonna let Pandora go in there alone. You know, we're gonna play along with
Supposedly.
with the game. Yeah, just until we get Avalon out, or until
As many as you can.
Mr. Boots gets the citizens out. So we need to figure
I
out how
will
we're gonna
say-
get in there with her without them seeing us.
So
I will
greater and-
say that you guys were planning to dimension door in, which is great. Love that. You are about 1,000 feet away, so you'll have to get halfway there
yeah, for
before
sure.
you can poop in.
Yeah, and then greater
Yeah, I want to be
invisibility.
heading there while we're, because
Only
they're not
last-
going to attack us.
Yeah, let's start walking.
Or
Oh,
supposedly.
let's not start walking. We can't do that.
Yeah. More screams.
Greater invisibility only lasts a minute, so I'd have to cast that fairly close.
Hmm. Yeah, it's the lesser
I'm
invisibility.
assuming
Well,
the
if you
second
go in and to a vantage point away, when the invisibility fails, that way you're still in the vicinity out of direct eyesight. So it appears that I arrived alone.
You watch as these, now that the fires have stopped, the hundreds of spiders still within the city are aware of your presence at the mouth of the Mythal.
I forgot that invisibility is part of my shadow touched. I can do it once a long rest without having to burn a spell slot.
Ooh.
I just realized I could do regular invisibility, so the moment you attack or cast a spell, you'll lose it. But I could do that with an item as well.
And it would last an hour, which is
And it would
amazing.
last an hour. You just can't, do fun stuff.
I think your shadow touch only lets it use on you, though. Is that correct?
Let's see. It just says you learn the invisibility spell on first level necromancy of your choice. You can cast each of these spells without expending a spell slot or charging on.
Nice.
It doesn't
So you
actually
don't-
say that I have to use it on me.
Also phrases it as a spell, which implies you can sorcerer point it if you had enough left. But I know you said 20 takes some. That's so just me and Ark are left. I mean, I can't do
Well, you
anything.
two would be invisible. They want to pop in. If I understood earlier correctly. But keep in
Yeah,
mind, even
but-
if you're invisible, you still have to make your way across the webs. There will still be checks involved. You will have
I'm gonna-
advantage.
I'm gonna do pass without a trace too, but I guess we just need to decide who's gonna be invisible and who's not. Just me and Ark is what we did last time.
Yeah, just because the dimension door, I can't take you or Arc.
Yeah.
Yuan's gonna crouch.
Y'all are my bulk forces. Y'all the muscle.
Yeah. So
You- yeah.
or Pandora pretends like she's going along with the thing, so it sounds like you might be able to just walk right there. They know
Yeah,
we're
no,
here.
I will
We
be
can-
completely visible because I
Yeah.
need to be the only one visible.
Yeah, and then Ark and me will be invisible, and then I'll pass without trace. We'll hopefully get there or get close enough for you guys to do your thing, your dimension door thing.
Alright, I'm gonna
I-
do.
Help the
You're gonna
people
have,
out.
I'm scared.
so I don't have to use a spell slot. I'm gonna use just regular invisibility up to an hour on Arc.
Okay, I guess I'll do it on
Good.
Goldbrand.
Very
Also,
good, very
before
good, very good.
leaving this ledge of skulls, I'm going to command them that if shit goes south and I'm in danger, to converge on my location at the
Ooh.
Tower of the Five Woes.
Tell them to circle
can't-
you like ion stones and just walk with them to the place.
If you begin to approach like that, one of the drow will say, "Then to stay here. Do not force us to make. Do not make us force you to put them within the Mythal and destroy it."
You know, I
Very
didn't
least
get any
the
official
word.
terms on that one. I'd like to see your badge, sir.
Pandora, do me a favor and take another 7 points of psychic damage as your sister's screams continue.
Oh damn, we dealing with a bunch of liars. I didn't do nothing.
And you're gathering the sense that was too quick of a reaction. You did not see the drow cast a spell to message her master. You do not know how this figure is observing you, but you quickly put together that you think the spider's eyes act as her eyes. She is watching from every inch of the city.
All right, I'm gonna do some like little sign language, code language to my guys, just like
These hand
we being
signals?
watched.
Thieves can't.
Does
What?
anybody else speak? Thieves can't.
No, only rogues.
I'm just gonna rub my eyes begrudgingly.
Mr. Boots raises
and,
his
like,
hand. Like, I'm a
I think-
multi-class.
I mean, we kind of have the plan unless it's changed.
We
I think
gotta
we're good.
pick something,
Yeah,
yeah.
alright.
And
I mean, y'all are gonna
Uh,
have to go out of sight.
Let me real quick mark
heading
off
to
these
Converge.
two of us
Take the
are
long
out
route.
of sight.
hit points off of Avalon. Give me 1 second. I'm going to roll for Mr. Boots to see how he does on his expedition. He was still with you when you cast Pass Without a Trace, but he has to stay within your range to keep that, doesn't he? I thought
Yeah.
so. All right, so he does not have advantage. Okay, with his square, that's not terrible.
Go follow Barb around there. Bloop.
Okay.
I'm like, I reckon I want to indicate that I am in the direction of moving.
Yeah. Bloop.
Yeah, you begin making your way down,
Let's fix this.
walking fast. Faces pass, and you're
Let's see
homebound.
here.
You pass you you pass by the scratching post, which you see is heavily guarded. A couple of those Dracolots, some more spiderous figures that you don't quite recognize. And while there's a heavy presence across the city, the Warrens, the tower, and the scratching post seem to have been the most fortified. And you see why the Warrens are fortified. You gather why the tower is fortified. You do not know why the scratching post was so fortified. With that, I need everyone to roll stealth checks. Barbara, this is sort of a unique situation where you're not actually stealthing, but if you roll well, you're almost doing the opposite. You're drawing attention to you. I'm going to allow you to roll.
Oh, like reverse stealth.
Because it will allow your allies to move through the city easier. This way, if you pass, you still get that extra check from your Skullport perk.
Yeah.
Keep in mind,
Also,
you can add 10.
If you don't like your position on the map, change it.
I will say we are swapping maps before we get there, but I appreciate looking out. So with that in mind, and with 12 stealth checks by Arcanauts, tell me one at a time what you guys rolled. Brandon. With
I got a 17.
So 27.
That's without, yeah, 27.
Okay. 27's good. Devin.
27.
Also good. Josh.
22.
Not so good. Arcanauts.
Go with 18.
Plus
28.
28.
28.
Very good. Okay.
Oh, he has advantage, so 33. Because his second roll is a 23.
Very nice. Barbara.
Wow, that rolled
I rolled a 25, so 35.
Fantastic. There's a brief instance as you're making your way through the city where, Yuan, you are very off-put by these. They are extra, the spider demons in particular are extra planar in a way that makes your skull itch, the same way that the Sorrowsworn did. They're not from that realm, but you just know they're not supposed to be here. And as you're sort of observing them in passing, you accidentally step on a web. And you see a large arachnid figure, actually made of metal, quickly descends upon, and you have but an instant where you reverse your step, and thinking very quickly, you knock over a small object that was outside one of these buildings, a small barrel. And Pandora, picking up on this, adjusts her gait just enough to where it looks like she was near it moments ago. And Spider sees the barrel, looks around, does not seem to pick up on your presence, sees Pandora, and then crawls its way back toward the Warrens. You guys have successfully... I will say that Josh and Brandon, you guys are going to have to make one more check for me, because you were choosing to stay back. You're going to be outside of the effects of Goldbrand's spell. So this is a check that you're going to make.
Why do they have to stay back to do this? To do their... They can dimension door from
They
any
don't necessarily
distance.
have to. That's a fair point. Are you guys going to originally the plan was to stay back, but if we are moving in, that's doable.
I think we would stay with them at least till we were in range of the spell.
Yeah. What's the point in
The
doing it
spell
from
is
back there
500
if you...
feet. So
Yeah, what's the
on the
point in doing
map-
it back there if you don't have to?
My thought would be as long as I can see where they're at
You don't
within
have to
500
see.
feet.
You
He
don't
has
have
to
to
know-
see. You have to know...
But he has to know a
okay.
direction. He has to know roughly where he's going.
I would have to know when y'all are getting there. I don't want to.
Yeah,
That's a good
just...
point.
I think
You
just
guys can
know.
stay in a group.
Yeah.
But the
Come
thing
with
is,
us.
you're all going to have to make another spell check as you come into this place where there's something much more attentive present. We're going to shift maps real quick, and then we'll roll some new checks and see how this
I mean,
I
man,
rolled
if,
my first check.
if y'all want to hang back, y'all are welcome to. I guess me and Ark can go in there, and I think we could get her out if we really had to. But I guess up to y'all. I kind of think y'all should stick with us and do
There's
it.
going to be one more check for everyone, regardless how we do it. So
I would
let's
say
decide
with
now.
Pass Without a Trace, we'll try to get closer. I
Fantastic.
don't want it to look like Pandora has company. And I know she's
Understood
got
completely.
spider eyes everywhere, but
We are going to shift back to the map we were just on. Pandora, how much psychic
What?
damage were you taking?
I think I took
16?
like 7 and then 6. I'm at 115 out of 131.
I'm going to update that on your token real quick. I'm going
Oh, I
to
thought I
gather
did
you guys together. If these tokens are concentrating on anything, take that off. But I'm going to relocate you all real quick. Oh, not Mr. Boots. You're not here. You've got business to take care of. You're low key worried your wife is kind of not wife. That your lover is maybe not quite so concerned with the
Psychopath.
people as she is the crown. And we're gonna
He
shift.
would know that she's motivated to save her sister above all else and that she burns the city if she dies. Like, classic, okay?
Yeah,
That's how you
fair,
handle grief.
very fair. Hopefully, you guys should be able to see a new part of the map.
not that I'm not interested, but do we want to take a break?
Oh, yes, thank you. I'm sorry. Yes, we will take a 10-minute break, and then we'll come back and meet the Drider Queen, who some of you, it would seem, have met before.
Dun dun dun.
With that,
In my wet dreams.
wow, I'm telling Helena.
That might
She
get a
already
highlight.
Speaking of highlights, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. We'll be back in 10.
live.
And that's the secret to world peace. We just got to get everybody on board with that. Oh,
Puff
looks like we're
pastry?
back.
It makes sense.
Puff pastry, yeah. Welcome back to Tyranny of Flagons. Like a mild stroke. Our party is approaching the pillar of five woes, which is
Ooh.
currently wreathed in this thick, sticky web. It is absolutely cocooned. I said earlier it looks like a tornado frozen in time because there are the 5 remaining pillars and webs interconnect all of them all the way up to the ceiling. Entering into this space is like entering into a room. With that in mind, 2 of you are invisible. 2 of you are hanging back a bit to sneak. I would like your positions on the map. Since 2 of you are planning on dimension dooring in, we can say, if you want to put yourself on the edge and like we're several feet that way. But this is how you approach.
Okay.
While you get yourselves into
Yeah,
order.
Pandora, where you place yourself so we can, hopefully strategically arrange ourselves around. Okay.
As you guys do this, I'm going to take a moment.
You on one side, me on the other?
Sure.
Orc?
Yeah.
As I said, you guys are entering this space, and you cannot see the ceiling of the cavern, nor can you even see the far side of the columns. It is so dense in here that everything is lightly obscured with webbing, meaning that certain things are easier to cover up, we'll say. The ground is sticky as well, covered with the stuff, making it difficult to rain. And you guys know from previous experience that if you're not careful, you can get bound up and restrained by these webs. As you approach, Barbara, you see a rather striking figure in contrast to its lower half. A beautiful drow woman, light lilac skin, white hair, sharp ears, a scowl on her face. 8 large arachnid legs extending from her lower half. 6, and then 2 extending from her back. She is a rather vicious looking figure. You see on her the emblem of Lolth, and you also see a mantle of green scales across her shoulders. As you approach, you see that she sneers a bit. I'm trying to drop a picture in chat, but my files are too powerful. One moment. As you approach, she sneers at you. And here I was thinking you were going to let me have the fun of burning this shithole to the ground. Welcome, Pandora. I trust you came alone, and I need everyone to make another stealth check. You should also be within the range of pass without trace and advantage if you are invisible. Everybody roll and tell me what you receive.
Do you need me to roll one as well, Joey?
My God.
I will allow you
30.
to support your allies, but you yourself are not hiding. You're more of
Oh
drawing.
yeah, no, I'm coming out.
Yeah.
Swagger.
Coming out, and you better get the party down there.
So I thought we had to make more rolls earlier. So I have a 4 and an 8 from earlier, and then I have a 16 and a 17.
Y'all rolled once on the approach, and then you were going to have to roll once when you arrived.
Okay, I may have rolled those prematurely then.
I think you did.
I
Davos
will-
also rolled an 18 earlier when you asked for that, if that matters for anything.
But that was when we
Before
were way
the,
back. Yeah.
Well, was
your
it? Because
18 was for the previous check?
I don't think so,
We were
because
on the other
Pandora
path.
was the last to roll for the first check. So when you asked for a second stealth roll, he rolled again.
That is the only one. Oh no, he does have a 17 up there. And
Mm.
you would not
But-
have advantage. Yeah.
I do not
He
have
does not.
advantage.
Yeah, that's true. He's not invisible.
So the 17 was for your first check that I asked for. This
Uh-huh.
18 I will allow to use for this check. But I'll let you guys come to it's a compromise. Because if I take that 18, then I'm taking Goldbrand's 8. If I take
Goldbrand's
Davos's 8,
17, my
then-
8.
yeah. So you're at a bit of an impasse. I'll let you two decide amongst yourselves.
Technically, he asked for it, but it decided against it. So I'd say re-roll. And so take my new rolls. Take Goldbrand's new rolls.
With
That's what I
that,
said.
What do we all have? Davos first.
18. With the pass without trace, right?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
a failure. Yep.
18 with pass
35.
without trace. 18, right?
18 with pass without trace?
Yeah,
Yep.
because I rolled an 8.
For me. No, we're taking your second one. You have
I was about
27.
to say,
Oh, I'm sorry. 27 then.
okay, that's a pass. Josh.
14.
With? Yeah, that's a
With
fail.
pass without trace.
Arcanauts.
Everything all together, I got 30.
30. Very solid. Barbara.
Mine was 35.
35. And thankfully, Barbara counts for 2 successes. She would have got you there anyway, but it's always good to know you have a little extra cushion while in Skullport. As you approach, you also see your sister, her wrist bound between webs, extending from what appears to be the black sail of a ship that looks rather familiar. You see large iron chains that are attached to the ship and are hanging loose at the ground now, and it's lying in the rubble of 2 collapsed pillars. You know that this is a Mergo ship that was once suspended within the Tower of Seven Woes, and you guys brought down, as well as 2 of the pillars. Avalon looks... Her normally white and black fur is almost entirely crimson and pink. She is webbed across the mouth, her eyes wide with panic. She is bound at the wrists and the ankles, and you see dozens of open wounds across her side, her neck, her face, her arms, her thighs. Nearly every inch of her has taken some degree of wound, and you know that they are strategically placed to not kill her or allow her to bleed out too quickly, but just to cause as much pain as possible. Pandora, as you approach the Drider Queen and your bound sister, what do you say? How close do you get?
I wouldn't step as far as the webs. I'd get really close. Kind of throw up my arms.
If you would like, you can make a dex save to try to cross that distance without getting into webbing. If you choose to pass that point. But if you want to stay at the edge, that is alright too.
Because I'm here providing a distraction, I'm just going to throw my arms up and look at her straight in her stupid spider face. And I'm going to ask if this is how she's going to welcome me to her abode here.
Oh, it's
Place
my
is trash
abode.
top, no tax.
Oh, this is my abode. Let's run some Mergos, and I commend you on taking him down. Although, you should have been a little more particular. If you had killed him properly, instead of allowing the fall to do your dirty work, you might have been queen even sooner. You did make up for it, though. Killing Xanathar is no small feat, and I applaud you. It's not a foe that I was eager to fight. However, your friends, on the other hand, I will save that. Nothing personal, of course, to you, it's just business, but I will relish laying my eggs within them, keeping them on the brink of death until they hatch and finish the job. It's a sweet symphony of screams. I suppose you're wondering why I've brought you all the way down here and gathered your attention in such a bold maneuver?
I mean, I'm not really wondering here. She's here monologuing, grumble, grumble.
Monologuing? You caught me monologuing! Well, if it does make any difference, I don't want your city. What's within it, however, I do find quite valuable. And if you're willing to leave with your sister, and leave everything else with me, we can call this a deal and send you on your way.
What in my city is it that you want?
People, the coin, the location.
So
Surely
what
these
happens
things are
if I just-
valuable, but are they worth your sister's life?
So what if I just burn this whole city and your children? What does that leave you with anyway?
It's not what it leaves me with, love. I have my own means of escape should it be necessary. It's what you will be left with. No sister, no city, no citizen. Might even take a few of your friends with me. And while I have not seen them skulk about this fucking city, I've no doubt they're dwelling in the shadows somewhere.
I would never.
So you're gonna talk the talk over there, and you're not even going to challenge me proper? You're such a coward.
It is not me who's keeping you. If you're afraid of a little spider web, maybe your sister's life isn't worth it.
I mean, it seems kind of dishonorably for you to just talk all the way over there without even confronting me or challenging me to a duel.
Oh, it is a duel, love. Just not one that I think I'm going to. It's more like putting down a cat that's gone feral. Begins to bite and claw, and you can't have that. If you want your
Okay,
sister...
so while I'm here, like, distracting them,
Mhm.
is anything going on behind the scenes here? How much longer do I have to carry this out?
You don't notice any particular change with the Warrens yet. You are at about the 8-minute mark of your endeavor. It took you about 5 minutes to get here after your few minutes of speaking. You have not noticed any particular change with your party. If anybody would like to do something in the background, you are welcome to.
I actually had a question. If you can
course.
perceive an anti-magic field, or would that be like detect magic, casting a spell?
Would probably be some type of detect magic.
Okay.
I will say, you do see on her side a gilded dagger that appears to be magical, and it is not dulled as such items would be in an anti-magic field. I'll give you that as a freebie. Anybody who wants to can make a perception check.
About
Ooh,
to
I
ask,
like perceiving.
Goldbrand wants to look and see if he can see, what's his name, Mr. Boots, doing his thing.
You're quite a distance away. You're like
Oh.
300 plus feet away from the Warrens right now.
Okay.
Normally I would
Get
let
him
you
out the
roll
way
a hard
now,
roll, but-
you.
Alright.
What?
I was telling you, get him out the way now.
That's what I'm thinking.
19.
Yeah, fair.
16. Okay. 1 second. Let me roll for this. That's a poor roll. See if it's pouring up. You feel she is too cocky. She might be powerful, but she knows you guys are there. She has something up her sleeve, and you can't make out what. If you guys want to reposition yourselves and try to find a better viewpoint, you are welcome to. But at the moment,
Can
her
I
and
do some
Pandora-
like fancy acrobatics to like cat parkour into this spot right here?
Yeah, I mean, you
This
can make a
empty web spot.
You can make a dexterity saving throw, is technically what it is to get through the webs. And it will, I have no doubt you will pass the check. It's not a very high one.
If I throw a zucchini behind Pandora and she sees it and freaks out, would that give her advantage?
Give me the jump.
Y'all seen them videos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my web notes?
There.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, roll your dex save, Barbara.
That was 13.
Oh, a 13. Oh, you rolled a 2. Oh, pity. Yeah, you make it about halfway. And I imagine you're doing rather well. Definitely leaping side to side, making your way through it. But right about here, on your way there, you get caught in the webs.
Oh, I was gonna jump off this building and do like some backflips over into this spot, like just having to cross
Oh.
this one.
If you're not actually touching the webs, then I'll allow that for free. She rushes up to you with an uncomfortable swiftness.
Ew.
Her legs move very quickly through the webbing, and she draws near to you. And she goes, it's a pity your friends aren't here. I was rather looking forward to getting even.
What, you think I can't fight my own battles?
Of course not! I mean, If you were, they wouldn't be skulking about, would they?
I mean, obviously, you can't fight your battles when you look in this stupid little webs and your stupid little spiders. I'm just gonna kind of grumble and ignore her.
Oh, darling, I don't need to fight. Matriarchs don't do the dirty work. They have people for that.
Weakling.
You're
I wish there was a
pathetic.
taunt. I need a taunt button.
A taunt roll. You know, I'll allow you to make a charisma roll. We'll call it persuasion. I think I'll allow a persuasion check. It's gonna be pretty high. Let's beat a 22. Your petty attempts at goading me.
Use a lucky point and spit on her web.
Yeah. I'll allow a lucky point use. For taunt, sure.
Go spit on this web. See if that aggravates her. 28.
Might just do it for her.
You don't appreciate the architecture at work here. You don't understand the beauty and what can both accelerate me, slow you down, and conceal things when needed. And about that time, you hear something large shift up above you.
Yeah.
Not made itself seen, but has made its presence known. Well, I've given you your choice. Do you want your sister or your city?
I want you to fight me one-on-one, matriarch to matriarch here.
I've told you, I have no such time for petty games. But, if you insist, and she rushes up to you, and we're going to roll initiative, my friends.
I was gonna.
Sorry?
I don't know if
I rolled a nat 20 on initiative.
Should
Barbara's
we
ready for
dimension
it.
door? I was debating just going while they were talking, but
I think that because Dimension Door is not a reaction, her swiftness as far as running up, I know, before we say it, I know that holding spell is the thing, but the thing is, if you don't use it at the end of the 6 seconds, it's gone. So it has to be, it's a very short time frame to trigger it. We're going to roll some initiative. We're going to get on this here pony, and we're going to fuck shit
And
up.
if you do this on your turn, I'm more worried about how are you going to get her out of the shackles. It's not like Thunderstep. Like, is it? You
thought it was webs. I didn't know. Is it locked? She locked up?
It's webs, but it's effectively being used as manacles.
I mean, I guess we'll find out if we could just cut through them.
Read off those initiative checks for me, Goldbrand.
19.
Davos.
18.
Pandora.
That was a nat 20 for 34.
34. Damn, girl. Arcanauts.
Cat reflexes.
See, 23.
23. Very good rolls. Tabitha Sticks. Why are you here? Yuan.
14.
Fantastic. Pandora, you are in a bit of a unique situation. You have rolled very well. As she was rushing up to you, you rolled even better than her. As she rushes towards you, what do you choose to do?
So I just want to say
I'm willing to start.
before we get started, I think if you try to 1v1 her, she might get you. Monsters are bounced around parties, and she might, you might can do it for a minute or two to distract, but I would be prepared to either let us step in or to step, to get GTFO.
Yeah.
Well,
But
and y'all
I'm-
will lose your invisibility the moment you do.
Does it matter now?
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm
trying
just
to
saying.
hold her just long enough to get, my sister out of there, and then we can have more range with what we can unleash.
Cool.
Because if she's distracted here, she's not anywhere doing other nefarious shit.
But what was above you? I need
And
to
Probably
more
know.
importantly,
something
she doesn't
awful.
need to control the spiders. They act if they're, they are their own sentinels. Barbara, what do you got? Oh, what's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
looking at what I wanted to do. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do because she's close up. I was
smack dash.
thinking about. I think I'm gonna hit her with my cephalopod saber to see if I can latch onto her.
Nice. Yeah, very good. What's the roll for that?
Oh, wow, that was a 14.
Does not hit a plane of Detritus. Bonus action.
But she does have to make a DC 15 acrobatics or athletics check.
Even on a miss?
It just says when I make an attack, I can use my bonus action.
Apparently so. That was acrobatics.
Grapple.
A 24.
Yeah, or athletics.
As you go to strike her, she moves with a surprising grace for such a large creature, and she is a large creature. As you go to stab toward her, she moves away, and the tentacles try to go and latch around her torso, and the two legs above parry your blade and knock it further away to where they do not find purchase. She's here. You are not hiding, and she has you right where she wants you. As we run to Arcanox. My guy, you are invisible for the moment. What do you do?
Let's see here.
I just saw the Men in Black gif. I'm sorry, that's funny.
Yeah, no, that's actually the vibe.
Let me get some exact measurements real quick.
I feel like the faster we kill her, the faster things go to normal. She seems to be pulling the shots.
It's true.
It wouldn't hurt to kill her.
Which is why I wanted Avalon out of the way so we could just torch this area.
I would also like Davos and Goldbrand to make a perception check while we're in this.
25.
There we go. Fantastic. Goldbrand, now that you're getting in position and you see her rush up and get a closer look at her, she looks familiar. It doesn't take you long to place her either because she has such a distinctive snarl. This figure shouldn't be too hard to identify. Do you know? You haven't met many drow.
Oh no, is it Jordana?
I was gonna say, this
Jordana.
isn't my old character, is it?
No, I briefly thought. No, Jordana was thoroughly killed. Hay, however, her assassin-esque ally, was attacked by a blob of the lava, and I had her crawling away at the end of the encounter. She was effectively dead, but Loth is a spiteful bitch of a mistress. And rather than let her minion die, decided to draw out her discomfort. For a Drider is not a blessing from the Spider Queen. It is a mark of disdain, a mark of failure. Arcanox, I see you have rushed up, my guy. What do you choose to do?
Alright, just for clarification purposes, I flew up, so I say about 5 feet up.
Okay, you're good for the whips.
Alright, so 2 swings with Dose.
28 definitely hits.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Sam. Right quick.
Fantastic.
Cause fuck this bitch. I'm gonna throw a smite onto that shit.
Yeah.
Alright. Third
16.
attack, I'm gonna hit her with Fire
Yeah,
Breath
right.
Weapon.
Nice. That is a. Do you want to do a 30-foot line or a 15-foot cone?
I see a 30-foot line.
30-foot line.
Hit
Alright,
everything
you
behind her,
watch
too.
as your fire burns ahead of you, that it actually clears up some of the webbing. A DC 19 dexterity save. 22. She is going to take half of that fire, and you watch as you unleash this flurry of blows. You do fire damage, you do radiant damage, you do slashing damage. None of it has the anticipated impact, which is not right. That is a myriad of damage, and you know something's up. Bonus action.
I'm gonna say, cock my head to the side and be like, something's up with this cunt. I'm gonna swing at her with dredge.
15 does not meet.
Tragic.
I will allow everyone. Excuse me. As a free action on your turns, you may roll an Arcana check. Ben, you may roll one. Pandora, I'll even allow you to since you're right there in the fray. As we go to an unknown creature.
I rolled a damn nat 20.
Yeah! Barbara, you are not incredibly familiar with a lot of the arcane arts, but you know that there are capabilities that allow one to protect oneself from damage. You gather, and I'm going to make sure I've got this right, you gather that this is some type of... It would be divine magic were it not from a demonic source. This is a warding bond. And she only seems to take half of the damage you anticipate. The thing about warding bond is, it is not something casted by one on oneself, because something else has to take the other half of the damage. That was not something I was anticipating giving you. However, you got a 20, a nat 20, so we are going to definitely reward that. With that, Arcanox. Dredge bonus action, so we round to Goldbrand, actually.
Oh boy. How many feet away am I? Sorry. I've been thinking about what I want to do, I promise. I'm just trying to decide if it's worth doing or not.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah, I have a plan, I just don't know that it's a good plan. So, here we go. The jig is up. They finally found me. What was that song? It's on Supernatural. I am going to try to...
Yo, you're thinking of...
Renegade.
Renegade,
Renegade,
thank you,
wife. Yeah.
You finally found me.
So, I'm gonna try to polymorph the Drider Queen.
Oh, love that. What's that, a wisdom save?
Yeah, wisdom save 18.
Are you also going to turn her into a turtle?
Maybe?
She's fairly wise.
I didn't mean to cast it at a high level.
She does not have proficiency. She rolled a 17. What do you want to turn her into?
So, okay. This is not what I was expecting. She
I didn't actually I didn't think I would get this far.
He's always like, I didn't expect that to work.
So here's my thought. We turn her into a turtle, we pick her up, we get her away from the thing Yuan's about to do.
Okay. You watch as you send out this spell, hoping to incapacitate her effectively. And as the spell hits, you see it strike her chest, and it almost works before the green scales on her shoulders shimmer with a light that repulses the magic.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Make her bling bling.
Bonus action. It's very particular bling bling.
Bling bling. Not a legendary resistance.
Yes. But you gather not an
Oh.
inherent one.
That's not good. Well, that's what I was sure that. The whole point was to burn one. Oh no. She has something that gives her extra. Oh,
My whole
no,
point to get one is burn one every day, man.
No bonus.
Rage or Star Shape. Take your pick.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Or no bonus action.
I will Constellation and turn on the lights, and I'll fly straight 10 feet up in the air. I'll use the dragon, so then I'll go straight 10 feet up in the air.
Fantastic.
See.
Very fitting.
So,
As
see what
it
up here?
rounds to her turn, this mantle of scales that forms almost like a cloak across her shoulders wraps up her neck, and it almost elongates as her features become draconic in nature. Very sharp, lots of horns, still Drider from the waist down, but this ungodly, hideous spider dragon-esque figure now stands before you. This, you gather, is the green Wyrmspeaker, and she's not here to play.
She's her.
She's
Her arrival was foretold.
She
Damn Wyrmspeaker.
is gonna do some shit. I think she's gonna start with a Spirit Guardians. I need Pandora and
Don't do that.
Arcanox to each
Don't do
make
that.
a Wisdom save for me.
Mm.
Oh.
Something worse.
I am not wise. I apparently am very wise. I rolled an @20 on that.
Yeah, Barbara
Somewhat.
is here for the fucking fight. Let me tell you. I think she's
Rolling
going to
20s
cast
except
this.
when it counts.
She's going to cast this at
Nice.
4th level. Arcanox, I need you to take 4d8 necrotic damage, which equates to... Oh, that's 8d4, excuse me. 48, only 16, as this aura of disgusting spiders seeps around her and begins crawling about the place. It's rather unsettling, and it's just a little bit annoying because Barbara, you know that the warding bond takes concentration. This takes concentration. You're beginning to be a little peeved. Let me do one thing. I need to check the radius of this. 15 feet. I'm going to put an aura about her and mark her as concentrating. Fantastic. That was a spell, meaning that it takes 2 of her multi-attacks. Because once again, when I read Drow shit, I was like, oh, I'm using that shit. We're going to go with Fang of the Spider Queen. She's going to strike out. Barbara, she has a particular venom in her heart for you. Does a 31 hit? I just love
Yeah,
asking.
I think a 31's gonna hit.
Do you resist necrotic or poison damage?
I do resist poison.
I thought so.
And I'm immune to being poisoned.
You are going to take only half of the poison, so that's... You take a total of 20 damage. And as she watches the poison not take its effect, she's going to expend a charge on her item. Very special dagger that Davos noticed earlier. Oh, I thought I had this in my sheet. And that's not. Give me 1 second. The Fang of Wolf. She's going to use 2 charges to take your resistance 1 tier down to normal, and the second charge is going to drop you down to a vulnerability. You now have vulnerability against poison damage, until you're not sure when. That is her action. Her bonus action. I think she's going to disengage, and she's going to make her way. She's going to make her way closer to your sister. Oh, and poor Avalon is in that range, isn't she? I think she's going to take that 4d8.
If she leaves my range, can I take a opportunity swing at her?
Normally you would, but she took a disengage bonus action.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I missed that.
No, you're fine. Good questions to ask. Poor little Avalon's going to take a chunk, and she is not looking good as is. She is in single-digit territory.
Yikes.
As we round to Davos, the Dawnbringer. What do you do?
I'm going to cast Circle of Power.
Rest in power.
That gives anybody who does a saving throw, you get advantage, and if it's a spell where you do half damage, if you succeed, you take no damage instead. It is concentration, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna summon my sexy rapier.
I will remind you this is an aura, so put an aura on yourself as well as
Yes.
concentration if that's applicable.
Yep.
No
There we
more,
go. Fang of the Spider Queen.
30 foot.
no more dimension door?
No.
Okay, that's perfectly valid.
I would just be by myself over there.
Yeah.
Well, I planned on taking you on. But,
Even then,
right.
we gotta get her out
I'm
of
gonna
there.
move. Yeah.
So
I
we can
mean,
move
I got
thing.
spells where she won't die. Or she'll die, but I'll bring her back.
And be warned, she
Better
said.
promise me that, Dawnbringer.
Uh,
And,
and I will warn you, she is thoroughly aware of resurrection magics and intends to make that impossible. We'll see if she gets the chance. Davos, as we round from you, the shifting above has become much closer. Quieter than it should be for something of its size. a very unsettling sight is before you. It would appear
Ew.
an enormous spider, were it not for the dragon-like face that it possesses. This is a spider dragon. Very special creature in my heart. It is pretty nasty. We're gonna start with a frightful presence. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw, a DC of 19.
It's
Wait, what
for
saving throw was that?
frightened.
Oh, wisdom.
Wisdom.
Oh,
You said that was for frightened, Joey?
Yes, sir.
Alright, I do have advantage. I know, it's a
Awesome.
19. With no
Don't we all have advantage in your aura, for the record?
Yes.
oh. So I get to
Everyone
roll
but Goldbrand.
Not that it matters. for
Goldbrand
me.
don't
I'd
need
have-
it. Look at that.
I'd have to
Yeah.
roll 18.
Goldbrand
Oh,
ain't
yeah,
scared
I
of
didn't
shit.
I love it.
All right.
Oberon
So,
ain't afraid, but I am.
if you failed, mark yourself as frightened. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and you can't willingly move towards this hideous entity. It's now going to make its action, which I think we're going to open up with its breath attack. Because why wouldn't we? You watch as this thing inhales, and the rear, its thorax, not thorax, whatever spiders have in the back door. Don't like that phrasing.
Bro.
Begins to
You should
swell
know.
as it inhales, and it, as thousands of tiny spiders are hurled out from its breath. I think it's going to get Barbara, Archinox, and Davos with this. I need all of you to make a, why are you so small? Dexterity saving throw. This is a DC of 22. So Barbara and Davos, you both pass. You guys are only going to take 22 points of poison damage. However,
Only.
oh wait, sorry. Do you have advantage on that because of the aura, Davos?
I do, but I passed, so
Well, does everyone?
Or
everyone has advantage,
Oh.
yes.
So,
So
yeah,
I didn't roll. I don't want
you're
to
fine.
advantage.
So roll one more time. Okay. So Archinox,
Better.
you're going to take the full 45 points of poison damage.
Does
Davos,
have-
you're going to take half of it, which is 22.
don't we have resistance to poison?
If you do have
I
it,
have vulnerability now.
you do. So instead of
Um,
taking the 22, you're going to take 50% more. So you take 33 points of poison damage.
All right. With my Claw of the Worm rune, I have resistance to all breath weapon damage types.
Ooh. Now, drop that in chat, because I think you only get to pick one at a time. I don't think that's going to matter for this fight, but I would like to know for Tiamat. If we get that far. And you watch as several things occur. Are you also going to be... There we go. You watch as from
Now
this...
wait. With the damage, I'm sorry, but with my spell, if you take half damage on a save, you now take no damage. If you
Ooh.
succeed on the saving throw. Now,
for everybody in range?
I didn't see
Yes.
that throw.
when an affected creature succeeds on the saving throw made
That's
against the
fantastic.
spell, that allows it to take only half damage, it instead takes no damage if it succeeds.
So
Ark
you
still
and
takes damage.
Pandora do not take any damage, but Archinox still
I
takes
do not.
5.
Correct.
That's very
Well,
good.
I don't.
You
Cool,
don't
cool.
either. Yeah,
How
so
much-
you get that
How much
33.
damage is it?
45. And you watch as literally swarms of spiders emerge from this thing and begin to coalesce together. With that, not Pandora, Siren's Bane, you stop that. We go to Yuan. Yuan, what do you do?
So I'm just gonna go and do it. I'm gonna pop a charge from one of my items, the Voice of the Ocean, to
Please do.
summon an elemental, if you will allow it.
Yeah, of course. Who are you choosing?
I'm gonna choose the Fire Elemental.
Very good call, good sir. Excellent choice, my good man.
In order to do, I'm gonna move a little bit closer so it gets some additional range. I need to find something to actually
Yeah.
drop down. I don't think I
You
can
know,
just drop this
I
dude
don't
out here.
have. I'm gonna put the Hellhound because I don't actually have one. It's technically your dad. You guys watch as a spirit very resemblant of you. Excuse me, of Zarok. I had to think for a second. Very familiar appears, older and different features slightly, but very familiar nonetheless. But he is a large figure. He is empowered by his son's magic. What's the hit points on that boy? Do you have that stat block?
Has 102.
102. Fantastic. AC?
The somatic component, Expecto Patronus.
AC is 13.
AC of 13, 102 for hit points. Fantastic. And I'm going to get a health bar on him for all of us at home and abroad. Fantastic. All right.
One of the fun things about this guy is that anything he touches, or that he stops in position of, can catch on fire.
He's on fire. Where do you choose to put him?
I'm actually going to drop him below arc so that he can sort of catch a few of these webs.
Nice. We're going to clear up some of these webby boys for you.
And then I'm going to make eye contact with him, and I'm going to say, go for the cat in the back. She needs to be freed from this. And with a movement speed of 50 feet, I'm going to run him straight back here to these webs to see if I can incinerate that straight line all the way through to her.
Fantastic. You cut a path through the fire, or through the webs. Very quickly getting to Avalon. You incinerate the webs. I'm going to say this is kind of tricky because normally what I have planned was attack rolls to break the webs. However, you have a thing that burns things by existing. Does that have speed to get to the other side of her without touching her directly?
It's
Or does that
50
use all of
feet.
its speed?
I measured from where I dropped it. It would be the furthest it could get would be directly behind her, sort of. So it could like sort of circle behind her if it ran a straight line.
Your father carves a path through the webbing, burns down one side, and as Avalon falls, she's hanging now by one wrist. She's not fully free, but she's fairly close. That's your action. Bonus action, my good man.
Oh man, bonus action. Where do I want to be? I think I'm actually just gonna try and like, are these structures like standing? Are they tall? Can I get behind them?
They're probably about 10-ish feet tall. Not terribly tall, but yeah. They would provide some degree of cover.
I know what I'm gonna do because I'm a scaredy cat and because Goldbrand's my favorite human being, or not human being. I'm gonna shadow step behind him.
You have to see the point you go to. I think we've covered this. No.
I think no, we don't. I don't have to see it. It just has to be within 120 feet of me.
Nice. Okay, so you arise from Goldbrand's shadows, which gives him the willies a little bit. Very smooth. Okay. We round to whatever this is.
It's Mr. Boots coming to save the day.
Not quite. Excellent. You watch, and I want to say I lied earlier. Not lied intentionally. I misspoke. Warding bond is not concentration. And just to prove that I'm not being a dick, I'm going to screenshot it and drop it in chat. You watch as the Drider Queen becomes wreathed in a yellow energy and seems almost energized, almost hastened, if you will, as we round back to the top of the initiative count. Avalon cannot, she is restrained, she cannot get her way out, she is terribly weak, but she is going to use what little strength she has to get out of the AoE of the Spirit Guardians. She is bound, so she's crawling at half speed, so she's going to get over here toward the ship and try to use it for some semblance of cover. Pandora. Oh, I'm sorry, before your turn, because I should have done this last turn, but this is more fun. This spider dragon lunges at you. What's the add to this? Fantastic. Barbara, 33 certainly hits.
Yes.
I need you to take. You're vulnerable to the poison, so double that, or not double, but times a half. It'll be. I need you to take 32 points of damage. If I'm not mistaken, you are immune to the poisoned condition?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so you do not have to worry about the follow-up effect on that. But the dragon does use a legendary action to bite you.
Rude fuck.
Mm-hmm. Terribly so. What do you do as this thing snaps onto you?
Also,
what's that aura around you? Is that the...
Which one?
That aura is Davos's aura.
Frightened.
No, I'm sorry, not the aura, but the symbol of the little icon.
Frightened.
I didn't
know which one to pick.
Okay, no, go right ahead.
So I have disadvantage on rolls against just him, or
all attack and all ability checks, and you cannot move toward him willingly.
okay.
For clarity for you, I did just measure because technically I would have had to teleport through its space to get behind Goldbrand. It's about equidistant from where I would have been standing, just on the other side of him. So you can roll me being able to do that however you want.
You're talking about for the shadow step? That's fine.
Yeah.
You're out of the aura, which is good. And I did just double check it. As long as that is within your line of sight, you have disadvantage on attack checks and ability rolls.
The critter.
Yes, everyone who's spooked of it.
So I just need to get him out of my sight?
Yes. Now, there's probably an argument to be made for turning away from it, but I think it's more of it not being able to see you. Like, rules is written, it says your line of sight. However, I think the intention is that it being able to see you terrifies you, makes it harder to work. So you're going to have to get behind some type of cover.
Yeah, that's why I was looking as to what I could hide. Can I get in this little house?
The one underneath it?
You know.
I mean,
You'll
I
never
guess.
suspect me. I'm so close.
Rules is written, it can't make an opportunity attack if you go in its space, so...
Because I wanted to argue the geography, because I know I've done shooting outside of windows before.
Absolutely. You can certainly do that.
And that's why I'll get in this little house. Just don't mind me. Let me look at this real quick, since it's new. Okay, I want to... Hold on. Can you show me what a 40-foot cylinder radius... I wanted to see... Oh god, that's huge.
Yeah, 40 feet is quite large.
God, why is it so big? Oh,
It's 40 feet radius. That's 80 feet across.
Okay, my next question was going to be, can I, like, whistle or something for my skulls to come hang out?
You can use an action to summon one, but you have to use a bonus action to control them, or else they will fire off without care for your allies. Use an action to summon them, and then a bonus action to give them an order. They could fire on their own, but they will not care about hitting any of your allies. They won't hit you. I would say, as rule of thumb, they won't hit Avalon, as she is your twin.
Also,
However, everyone else, they're not going to be concerned about AoEs.
So if I summoned one, I could command it specifically just to target one person.
It's more of you command it each turn.
Is it a bonus action to command it each turn? Is that what
Yes.
I'm... Okay. Action to summon one, bonus action to command it. I think I'm gonna do that, yeah. Let's get this buddy over here. That's my action.
As you call upon the city of Skullport to defend you, a blazing amethyst skull comes flying across the area and approaches. What command do you give it?
Command it to burn the well, I guess she's not like a spider anymore. I was gonna say the spider cunt, but like specifically point at her and be like, that one, right there.
Fantastic. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put a little health bar on him so you can see it. I'm going to copy and paste them in case you summon any others. And fantastic. He's going to throw this at Kay. She is going to have to make a dexterity saving throw. An 18. What's the flame skull's? That's pretty low for her. Unfortunately, that does beat its DC. She would normally take half, However, Kay is part cleric, part rogue. She has evasion, meaning that when she would take half damage, she does not take any.
Right.
I will, however, allow those
Oh, yeah,
flames
I
to
forgot
burn up.
that.
Yeah. I will, however, allow those flames to burn up some of the webs around her, including. Well, we had Avalon crawl away, but yeah, we're good. Ah.
Been there.
The plane shifted.
Exactly. The whole room shakes. Fantastic. As we go to the next person, I'm not going to use the legendary action. Arcanauts, what you got, homie?
All right.
You don't know what I got.
I really don't.
Oh, new track, Heist. Find it on Spotify.
Whoa.
What you got, homie?
Wait, I am frightened of this spider dragon, aren't I?
Yeah, that's why I got the nail.
Yeah. I believe so. I do not recall. We'll drop a little spooky. We'll drop a little spooky token on you.
Spoopy token.
Spoopy token. Yeah, it looks like you had a 14 and a 10 on your wisdom save, so I think you are. So disadvantage to attack and ability checks while it's in your line of sight, and you can't move toward it. However, it doesn't have advantage on saves, which is the little loophole for Frighten.
I'm within 5 feet of it. Is there a save I can make against being frightened against it, or
I think
is
you make it. In fact, thank you for reminding me. I'm pretty sure you make it at the end of your turn. Barbara, I think you get to make a wisdom saving throw. I will confirm. Yes, at the end of each of its turns, the affected creature can roll a new save. So, Barbara, you got to beat a DC 19 wisdom.
Okay, give me a second. I'm making some chalky milk.
Chucky milk. That's okay. Just when you get back to your computer.
All right, well, he's
What you
still
got,
5 feet away from me, so
Yeah, you can hit him.
swing with disadvantage.
Oh! Oh, that's a rough time to have the disadvantage. I'm sorry, friend. The 18 does not hit. I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Let me double check, because this is... No, yeah, that is accurate. That does hit.
7 hits. I mean, I hope a 27 hits. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Just barely. It meets. Fantastic. You do a solid chunk on this fucker.
And then I'm gonna hit him with a breath weapon for my last attack.
Yeah. Get him.
Get him with the fire.
Cook that goose. 19. I don't know what he gets to add. I don't think he has proficiency in dex. Oh, he do. That's almost stupid, because he's a big boy, but... he does pass. He will take half. So he's going to get cooked for 10 of that, and I will double check something. Okay, yeah. Fantastic. Excellent. That was action, bonus action. Barbara, you're still scared.
Let's see here. Bonus action. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Quarry. No, Hunter's Mark.
Very nice. On which one?
On the big spider dragon.
Spider Dragon. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna put a little something on him for that. With his little bleeding eyeball. That looks fun.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's so tiny on it. Fantastic.
And that'll be it.
Go ahead and do me a favor. Roll the damage for that. I will say that we did this before your attack, and therefore your douse attack would have gotten the extra damage. And then roll a wisdom save with advantage to try to break the frighten. Fantastic.
Oh.
Extra thing on him.
And a wisdom save.
Fantastic. As we round to the swarm of spider dragons. Oh no, fuck you, D&D Beyond.
Pandora, you get advantage on that wisdom save. Oh wait, no, you don't. Sorry.
No, I stepped inside the house. I didn't even think about that because I didn't even think about the save.
You idiot! I do want to show you guys these little spider dragons. This is AI generated, the swarm is, so it does not look quite like I want it to, but that's a little creepy, little creepy thing. These little guys. all get
Nightmare.
moved. Yeah. This is what she was going to plant inside y'all earlier. They're going to go for you, Davos. Arcanox is technically
Mhm.
off the ground, so I think they're all gonna go for you. Do you have a heart on you?
Oh god. I have concentration and fear, right, of that dragon.
I believe you do.
Concentration for the aura.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm looking at one quick thing. Oh, it's for the...
23.
So, while
You're
the
concentrating on how scared you are.
while an
You're
ancient or adult spider dragon is within range, it has advantage on its attacks. It gets to make 2
Was it
attacks.
pack
It has-
tactics?
No, it might of the brood. Its mother is present, so it is able to do a little bit more. I think they're actually going to divide and conquer. One's going to make a web attack. A 15 does not hit, and 18 does not hit. The other... Oh, sorry. That was 1 hit, technically, because it has advantage. A 27, and that 20 for a 27. Lucky for you, this was for a web attack, so it doesn't do extra damage. I do need you to be restrained, however, which I believe means that its friend has advantage to hit you. It already has advantage, so that's kind of redundant, but get that. 26 to hit, and a 24 to hit. These things have rolled... None of them rolled... They have advantage. None of the higher rolls were under a 15, which is very nice to see on my end. So you are going to take a total of 27 piercing damage as these things... One swarm is going around your feet and trying to cocoon you, and the other is crawling and getting into your armor and biting you from within. We round to Goldbrand. Or we would, if it wasn't for the fact that this spider... You know what? It's going to make a... the spider dragon is going to take its leg and crash it into the house where it saw you go, Barbara. Because it can't see you, I'm going to do this at disadvantage. It's still got a pretty solid chance of hitting. Oh! Oh, a 20 does hit a Barbara, doesn't it?
A 20? Yeah.
Yes. That's going to be 15 points of slashing damage to you. Goldbrand, what do you do, my guy?
I am going to cast Confusion on the Spider Dragon
Ooh, very nice.
and hope that I can buy us some time.
Wisdom saving throw. It rolled a 17.
Does not meet.
It will use a legendary resist. Which, I don't know if I set that to where y'all can see, but I will, for fairness sake, put that up there. Bonus action.
No. I will, I'll move 20 feet. Man, I don't want to leave you on. No bonus
Well,
action.
honestly, clumping up may not be the best idea.
Well, I'm technically 10 feet above him now, so can I move 10 more feet this way? Oh, it won't let me move. 20 feet, I'm sorry. Blue.
You-
I don't want to leave his range, but move here-ish. Guess he can step
that's
to me
cool.
at any time. Alright, hold on. Move like 2 more feet. Go try to get to Davos. I just want to say, while it's my turn, we need to try to get us and Avalon to Davos and get the fuck out. Quite frankly.
Not a bad idea. The Drider Queen. You have cleared out some of the web, so she doesn't have her speed advantage anymore. She's not a fan of your fucking fire elemental fucking up her home.
He's not a fan of her either, for the record.
I speak for the elementals.
she does have this grudge against Pandora.
Who has
Hmm.
vanished.
You're not hiding, though, yeah?
No, but I'm in a house. I'm not in plain sight.
I mean, they saw you go into a house. She couldn't range at you, for example. But she is hastened, however. And because of that... Yeah, she's going to take... you watch as she spits web onto the hilt of her dagger. And begins slinging it around. And throws it at this thing before drawing it back. Ooh, hit my own headphones. She's going to start with... we're going to do a couple of hits on this fucker. She gets 4... Well, she can mix and match. So she'll start with 2. A 17 and a 20, both hit. Does it have any damage resistances? The
Talking about the elemental.
Yeah. Poison, necrotic.
Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
This is a magical attack. He's going to take... She hit twice, so she doesn't have advantage. She can't do the sneak attack. He's going to take 36 points total from those 2 strikes. I think she is then... I'm trying to decide if this is worth it, because y'all have the aura, and that makes it a little trickier. She's going to move hella fast, because she is hasted, so her speed is 60. She doesn't technically know where Yuan is. She doesn't have line of sight on him. He hid behind a pillar. She does know where Goldbrand is, however. Oh, but then the spider would be in the way. Okay, never mind. She is going to come up here. She doesn't have to avoid your aura, though, does she? She's going to come up to this point. So I need Arcanox and Pandora to both make a new wisdom saving throw against her spirit guardians. Wisdom saving throws. Oh, there you go, Arc. 10-10.
Hey.
Let me roll that 48. 48? No, I said 48.
Close enough, damn.
And you are going to take 12 necrotic. Barbara, you're going to take 24 necrotic.
I'm hurting.
Yeah.
Was that half damage because of a save?
No, it was not. Thank you, Ben. Excuse me, thank you, Brandon. So, Ben, you only take 6 damage from that. Very nice.
He takes 0.
He'll take 0.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't. Well, no, he failed his. Oh, no, he passed. You're right. I'm sorry. Thank you for keeping me honest.
Friendly reminder, Barb, you have a mass cure wounds in a ring.
Yeah, no, that's I'm working on that one. Just gotta get around to me.
I think she's close enough to Arcanox. She's gonna go with a bite attack on you for her bonus action.
Kinky.
A 27 does hit. This doesn't do a lot of damage, but I need you to make a con save. Thankfully, that's your, your shtick.
Con save. Alright.
With advantage.
Oh, there we go.
I should have went Barbara for that.
Oh, wow.
Nat 20! You know what?
look
For
at
that, she goes to bite you, and your ruby scales, we're going to say, prevent her from piercing. But you get this sensation that she was going to try to draw your vitality out. She was going to try to regain health by drinking your blood. So she made 1 bonus action attack, 2 of the fang attacks, or her lost fang. She technically has 2 more. 1 more for her multi-attack, 1 more for her dagger. I think she's going to make both of those. She has the web on it. Pandora she can't see. Davos she can see. He's within range. I think you're both going to get one of these. This first one's for Ben for a 26. The second one is for Davos. You lucked out. Oh, you're restrained. Both of them hit. I think for Ben, she's going to do... You're kind of a pain in her ass. I think that she's going to... what is... I need to check one thing. She'll have to do that a couple of times before it was viable. However, I think you are the target she wants to do that on. Yeah, she's going to spend 2 more I should be keeping up with the charges. She used 2 to make Pandora weaker to poison damage. I need you to make 1 more con save at advantage. Oh no, because she saw you not take the extra damage. Instead, I need you to make a... God damn it, the choices. Your aura is very good, Brandon, and I'm mad at you about it. You know what, I won't meta too hard. I'll say she doesn't. Make 1 more con save with advantage for me.
Is that me?
I'm sorry, no, Arcanox. Oh! That barely passes. The DC was 18. So you're only going to take half of that. And you pass the save, so you don't take any of it. You gotta love it. You love to see it. I mean, I hate to see it. You love to see it. You are, however, still going to take... You resist poison damage. You're going to take 15 points of damage total as she hits you with the fang. She does waste a charge on trying to do that. Might be 2 charges. Yeah, 1 charge. That's 3 total. That is going to be her turn as we round to Yuan. And I know, Josh, that you have to go. You want to make this last move?
This will be
We should
my
actually talk about that, but go ahead.
last act.
Last act alive. I apologize. It's Davos's turn.
Okay.
I'm
If
sorry.
you has to leave, if Josh has to leave, I'll let him go first. If you're cool with that.
Yeah, very gentlemanly. I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Okay. I am going to twin spell a roll at them psychic lance.
Oh. Single target. Yeah. Okay. On K, I assume.
Twin spell.
I'm gonna do it on both of the guys I can see in front of me.
Oh, one each. Yeah.
Yeah, the other interesting thing is that because of that item you gave me in a previous session, one of them has disadvantage on the save. And I am going to choose for it to be the spider hoe because I don't like the way she looks at me.
Very nice. What save is that again? Oh, intelligence.
Mhm.
Intelligence do not beat a strong suit.
And I'm probably going to woe the dragon.
I'll roll him first then. He only gets a +2.
I'll try and woo the
He
dragon.
rolled a 6, so that is an 8 total, which stuns him. Yes.
They're
Incapacitated.
incapacitated.
Can an incapacitated creature make legendary actions? Oh, he has legendary resistance. He has to use it. It would be stupid not to. He's still going to take half your damage. Roll that up for me. Oh, you already have.
So
Sorry.
20. Yeah.
He's down to 1 legendary resistance left. Hey, also not very intelligent. Before y'all go talking shit, neither are any of y'all. She rolled a 16, which does not fail, or which does not pass. She is going to take 20 psychic damage. She does. Oh. Yes.
Joey over
She
here
used
like,
her
"Oops, I
legendary-
accidentally made her OP.
Oh no, y'all are 16th level adventurers. Y'all are very tough. No, that does. She's already used 1 legendary resistance, or her legendary resistance. She's going to take the full 20 of that, and she's going to be incapacitated.
After hearing that,
so-
I have to double check that the dragon had 2 of them.
Dragon had 2 what?
Legendary resistances.
He's used 2. Yes, sir.
Oh,
He's
okay.
got 3. Yeah, it's
The
easy.
dragons have 3. I will
Yeah,
tell you
okay.
guys, she is not a legendary creature. The mask gives you a legendary resistance.
Oh, I wondered about that
that's good.
earlier. I was wondering how much you had. Well, you got one.
When I used Erebus's, I was like, I hope they don't try it again and realize he doesn't have more.
No, we were. That was
Thoroughly
slow,
spent.
Josh.
She does have to make a Constitution check, just to beat a DC 10, which is not very hard. She rolled a 29, so she's fine.
But could she
Fantastic.
concentrate when she's incapacitated?
She cannot.
You
Right.
cannot. No, you're right. Excellent. So that takes away. She is still hastened. Her Spirit Guardians goes away. Oh, and that was only half as effective as you thought it would be.
Fair enough. I'm
Gotta
just glad I
take off her
incapacitated her. Hey,
bling.
go beat the crap out of that lady for a turn while I go to sleep.
I'm gonna take a nap.
While getting to Davos ASAP. Within 10 feet of him,
I'm-
preferably.
Do you want to do your elemental?
I will do the elemental. He has 50 feet of movement. Why isn't Q working? It's because I'm hitting W. He can actually get right here. He's gonna do that.
Run through those webs.
Yeah, so he'll burn through any webs that he touched on the way out through, obviously.
Thank you for calling.
Because she's incapacitated, I guess a hit on her would be a crit. Yeah.
Yes. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. Paralyzed that does the crit.
Got it. I'll try
Notice
anyway.
you don't say that's
16.
not legendary actions. I'll have to do some reading on that.
So he gets 2 attacks. The first one's on the spider lady.
He does not hit with the 16.
Okay. Second one's on the dragon, which is a
Ooh.
crit.
Nice. Give me 1 second. Let me find the incapacitated icon. Okay. And the dragon, 26 certainly hits.
Oh, I roll good damage too.
Spicy.
14. Fantastic. Burn into the dragon a good bit. Excellent.
And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna teleport back out of here because I feel lonely now that Goldbrand abandoned me, and I'm gonna pop like over here to the back of his aura before
a nice little aura.
before I go to sleep. I'll also note that when he hits something, it catches on fire, and at the start of its turn, it takes 5 fire damage. It has to use. Hold on. Until the
action, I
creature
think,
takes
to
an
put out?
action to douse the fire, it is on fire every turn.
Which is fucked up. I love it.
Also, did that double that damage for you, Josh?
Technically,
It's
it
like
didn't because I didn't roll the crit number. I just rolled a flat
Oh.
damage roll, so it should be 6,
Thank you for checking.
12
Barbara.
doubled to 24 plus 3.
I will deal 12 more damage to it.
So my elemental rolls really well. It's just my specific sheet that does it, for the record.
Fantastic. Josh, thank you for joining us. I will ask the party real quick. Are we okay to continue till 12:30 and or 1 o'clock? Eastern?
I'm good.
I make no promises. I'll do my best. I'm gonna go pee.
He does have Smokey on.
I'll,
it is after midnight.
If we get back to my turn, I'll send Devin what I probably would do next, just to be safe.
It's good.
Cool.
All right, my dude.
Bye, everybody.
Catch
Have a
you
good
later,
night.
Bye.
Cheers,
Bye,
man.
Josh.
Goodbye, everybody else. Brandon, to keep things fair, for being a noble asshole, I'm going to punish you for it. The spider dragon gets to go. Birder Dragern. Here's Gurn. Oh, he rolled a d6. I don't think I did last turn. Neither one is good, so you're good.
Don't want to see Ninja? Y'all never get to see Ninja.
Yeah. Oh, what a sweet baby. Got them cheeks. Love to see it. I think he can't move without taking like 6 freaking attacks. So I think what he's gonna do instead, he's gonna divvy these up. He knows
Did he get
Pandora's
hit with the psychic glance, or was it just her?
He did get hit with it, but he used a legendary
That's right, the
resistance.
resistance.
not
That's
the-
right, to
Yeah.
prevent being
So he took the damage, but not the
incapacitation.
correct.
Right. Okay. That's
He
right.
is going to, I think his first bite attack is going to be toward Goldbrand. Oh, that's a nat 1. A 16 does not hit a Goldbrand.
No, sir.
He gets 2 more. I think it's going to be another leg attack at Barbara. It's nut and poisonal. A 22.
Is
I
she
think I hit
inside the house or whatever? Hiding?
Yeah. It's
So-
She
fine.
is. Oh, so he rolls at disadvantage. You're right. That's a nat 20. So
damn.
that actually worked in your favor.
I was gonna say the
Well-
last round he should have rolled at disadvantage too. Then
I will scroll up just to a second.
I can't remember if we did or not. I've blinked since then.
I felt that though. Let's see here.
My brain capacity. Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, I did because I rolled a 7 and a 9.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So I do need you, Barbara, to take 15 points of slashing damage. This
Okay, now
last
I
one,
gotta ask you a question. If I see its
Yes.
leg coming down, can I use my uncanny dodge as a reaction
I'd allow it. Yeah,
to have whatever attack damage it's gonna do?
absolutely. I will allow that. You take half of that instead, so it's only 7. And then this surge, I think it's going to attack the fucking thing that set it on fire. I'm going to take fire damage in a second, but it definitely hits the thing. It's a 19 on the die. That's 15 damage to old Smokey here, in honor of Devin's hat. Devin,
No
will you
walls.
do me a favor?
What's that?
Pull up the stat block for a fire elemental and tell me what the fire damage is. I think it's 1d6, but I'm not sure. We are going to roll to
It is 1d10.
Davos. 1d10. Thank you. I'll roll that here. Davos.
Props to Josh.
what you
He
got, homie?
sent it to me a second ago.
Bless. Gotta love it. What you got, Brandon?
Alright, so I'm gonna do a switch beat as a bonus action per my
Ooh, yeah.
Bard's Dance Rapier. Now I have a question. And so
Yes, sir.
it says I teleport to the rapier's location in a burst of flames. Would these flames burn the web that's restraining me, or would I still be restrained?
I will fully allow that. Technically,
yeah.
teleportation would take you out of it anyway, so I'm all for the flavor.
Oh, okay. All right. So it says I'm gonna do the burst of flames where I leave, not the new location. So
Yeah,
each
totally cool.
thing within 5 feet must make a dex save or take 2d6 thunder damage.
Fantastic.
It doesn't say what the dex save would be, but all my saves are 18, so I'm
Yeah, I was
assuming.
about to say, I think it's based off of yours. Dex save, you say? These things are not proficient in Dex, but they have a decent modifier. One of them got a nat 20, so it's only going to take half. It does a chunk of damage. Doesn't seem that they resist it, but you realize these things are a lot tougher than normal spiders. I wish you would stop fucking resetting it. Oh, because it keeps crashing in my browser and I have to reset it. I see. At least I understand why now. Fantastic. That brings us to initiative count 10. Everything in the aura has advantage on saves. That's obnoxious. Let me check one quick spell. Each object or creature, so it cannot select. In that case, it is going to it's not a range. Yuan may make a perception check.
Did you
And-
you moving on? I still had an action to take.
Oh, I'm sorry, dog. Yeah, please, go right ahead. My bad, dude.
I'm gonna swing twice on. Can I? I can't move closer to the dragon, can I?
Not willingly, no. Technically, probably means you couldn't teleport toward it either, but that's fine. You moved kind
I would argue it's
Circularly.
adjacent.
of.
Do you think that you could move close enough to all of us that you could next turn cast the dimension door to Avalon, and then we all follow you through the door, and then we cry, and then we leave?
Don't.
Only one person can go through the dimension.
Yeah, that's what
One
I don't
other
think
person.
it works like
It's a
that.
max of 2 people.
I see. It's
You're
not
thinking of
something we
gate.
can-
We've talked about this.
Okay, gate.
Alright, so if I can't downright attack her, I'm going to second level Dissonant Whisper. And
Nice.
dissonantly whisper to the Spider Queen, "You want to hear the things I'm gonna do to your body once you're dead?" And that's gonna be a wisdom save of 18.
I almost want to give her disadvantage. Christ.
And that's gonna be 4d6 if she outrolled
Every
those.
single time I try to swap a stat block, it has crashed.
Yeah, I don't know what makes it do that. I wish I knew.
D&D Beyond, get your shit together.
Is one of the
Wisdom?
stat blocks homebrewed?
Yeah,
Wisdom 18.
2 of them technically.
I think that's
She
right.
rolled a 16. Dissonant Whispers, refresh my memory. She somehow resists the damage, quote unquote.
Half as much damage, and she doesn't have to move away. If she's deaf, which I don't think she is.
Oh no,
would
she
automatically-
failed. She takes half for a different reason.
Okay, so if she failed, then she must move as a reaction as far as her speed allows away from me.
Interesting. Because away from you is through a bunch of other shit.
I'm sure, if she can't move through stuff, rule that.
I was gonna say that's her problem. She got to figure
Well-
that one out.
Well, and that's the thing. I think elementals, the fire elemental in particular, you can move through. Like it can occupy other things' spaces. The dragon, as well as 2 sizes or more larger than her, so she can move through its space. I don't think she's going to intentionally hit the fire thingy. Her speed, technically would put her under this creature. There are some webs here, so I'll allow it to give her enough just to get around the corner here. Very nice.
Now, does it It's not a
Fantastic.
concentration, so I don't think she stays frightened.
She was technically incapacitated, which says no actions or reactions. It does not say your speed becomes 0.
Well, that's a reaction. It says if available. Must
Hmm.
immediately use a reaction if available.
Interesting. So she cannot. But that is
I didn't think
that is good to know. From that, an unknown creature.
Do I get a wisdom save?
Yes,
at
with
the end of my
advantage.
turn? With advantage.
I'm trying to recall who frightened her or incapacitated her. Was that Goldbrand? No, that was you. She has not gone since you has gone, so she's not had her turn stunned yet. I need to check the range on something.
She's got so many symbols above her, I forgot she was incapacitated.
No, yeah, dude, it's a mess. Does not cure incapacitated. Does not cure incapacitated. Restorations won't work on her. That's frustrating. In that case, I think that the Davos may make a perception check, as may Pandora.
Oh, perception.
Oh, technically, well, it has an advantage on. Technically, it is lightly obscured because of webbing. I need you to make that at disadvantage. If you can roll higher than the 20 on the second one, Barb, you've got it.
Son of a bitch.
Barb, you
What?
see it. You see around the corner. Actually, I have to do one thing. Okay, we're good. You see that around the corner is a drow, an arachnomancer that you have encountered earlier, not this exact one. I changed the spell block, it go to crash. It's so stupid, I kick its ass. And you see it pop out around the corner. It is gonna go, I think, with Insect Plague. No, because it's concentrating on that. It is gonna go with Dispel Magic. Rudium Psychic Lance is a 4th level spell. She is going to have to roll a 14 on her spellcasting modifier, which is Intelligence. She's the smartest person on the battlefield. She does not make it. You watch as this figure comes out and it tries to dispel the effect on Kay, but she is unsuccessful. She has given up her position. I think, but I don't know if she knows that yet. So she will tuck back around and hide like she was before. Did y'all see where she was, by the way?
No, I
ping
did
it again.
not.
You said
She's
that was
on the
based
far
on
left.
perception, though, right?
For Barbara, yes.
So was Barbara the only one that saw it?
Technically, yes. And because Barbara was the only one that saw it, and Barbara's in this house, I'm going to say that she did not see Barbara see her. So she thinks that she's still hidden. She's
Okay,
gonna go
wait,
around the
where was
corner.
she?
I'm sorry. Over here? Boop.
Oh,
She's
the
hiding
tree
behind
trunk
this
is blocking
column.
it. Whoops.
She's technically like 20, 30 feet in the air. Like she's up on the side of the thing in the webs, but she is going to tuck back away behind it with the rest of her movement speed. With that, we go to Tab of the Sticks. Oh, in this case is the little Avalon.
She needs to
critically
get off the
wounded.
battlefield.
I mean, she was still restrained. I'm gonna say she uses her cat claws. She's gonna cut those off. She is no longer restrained. She is very injured. Because she's no longer restrained, she'll use some movement speed. She's
only
gonna
get.
try. She's gonna try. Why do you keep doing that? Taking off the icon. Oh, I see. She is going to. Oh, stop it. She is going to try to get around and hide behind some of the debris. With that, we go to the top of the round. Pandora Siren's Bane. You are in rough shape, caught between a rock and a hard place. What do you choose to do?
Well, I'm gonna pop off this mass cure wounds. So, all my allies that are within 30 feet. Right? Is that,
Yep, which
is
I
that
think
the
is
right
everybody
spell?
but you. What?
From a place within range. Oh yeah, we'll probably never get you on high.
Yeah, you on. There's no way. I don't know if I lower it, if I throw it down.
It looks like you could. Like, you could buff
Yeah.
it down just low enough. Yeah.
But he's not like hurting, is he?
He's at full health? Not quite full. But...
It's still most efficient to get everyone if you can get them.
Yeah, I might as well get everybody.
Is
I
it,
don't think I have
is
the
it 6
stuff
targets?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I think so.
You could get the fire elemental too.
Yeah, I might as well.
Yeah, but roll them heals.
What is it to heal?
Goldbrand put this spring in there, if I'm not mistaken. So Goldbrand, roll it, but make sure it doesn't take the spell slot from you.
Okay.
18. Very solid. Everybody gains 18 hit points.
Yeah.
I'll throw that on you for you.
Thanks.
Brings you to full.
Oops. Clicked out of roll 20.
And that was a mass cure wounds. That is an action, so you still have a bonus action.
Yeah, and I have to use my bonus action to command this guy, or does he still act on the previous command since I haven't given him a new one?
My way of using this to try to not make it too overpowered is if you want him to attack something in particular without hitting your allies, you have to bonus action command it. However, he will make an attack, you know.
Regardless, it's just whether it's an AoE or not.
Correct.
Can't command him to like do something like use his little fiery teeth to try and remove her weird magic shawl, right?
Well, it's not a shawl. It's the mask. Like the scales that were around her when she started combat, they swirled around her and became the dragon mask. It was
So
like an
it's actually
inactive
her body. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a clever ruse. And now it's her body. Okay. Well, I am going to. I'm just going to command it to go after her again.
Okay. It's used its fireball attack. It could use its flame ray. Not very effective though. I think it's gonna go with its magic missile never misses, but flaming spear does more damage. But his DC is not very high. I think magic missile is actually gonna be the way to go.
Magic missile is always the way to go.
I think he's gonna upcast it to get an extra dart. He watches 4 flaming pink darts fire out of it and crash into Kay. She is incapacitated, which doesn't affect this, but I just have to remind myself that every now and then. I need. She gets pinged for 10 damage. Oh, she gets pinged for 5 damage. And Barbara, because you saw her earlier, I will allow you hear a slight wince, almost, as the Arachnomancer seems to be taking the other half of that damage. She does have a con.
That was. I was also going to ask then if that was a free action to point to shout a location.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, no, I'd let everybody know that the other half's in the rafters.
Fantastic. She does pass her concentration check, which, in hindsight, this would be the time to fail it while she's already going to lose her next turn. Will she drop it willingly? I hate that, but I think strategically that makes the most sense. Yeah, she will drop concentration on the haste. So not only is Kay incapacitated, but she would lose her next turn to haste as well. So she is having the negative effects against her. Okay, I think that's good. I'm trying to remember what this eyeball on the dragon is for. That's for Hunter's Mark, I think.
Hunter's Mark, yes.
Important as we round to Captain Arcanox, but not before the Spider Dragon gets a legendary action. He's gonna go. This fiery fucker's got him kind of pissed off. I think he's gonna go for another bite attack. Yep, that definitely hits. That's going to be... It's not resistant to the thing we checked, so that's going to be 28 points of damage to the fiery fucker. As we went on to Arcanox. What you got, homie?
All right. Like any of this. I don't. Yeah, I don't like any of this, honestly.
No, it's a... I got to challenge y'all. This is...
You gotta get the other half, and then she won't have nobody having her resistance.
Correct.
You have
Which is
dispel
nice.
magic.
As a paladin, you might.
That's why I asked.
No, personally not.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's okay.
He focuses on the clobbering.
Ark is
also-
like, why should I dispel when I can kill it and make it stop anyway?
I'm also sus that if you and Davos both smite her, we might get her to half, and then maybe she starts to run.
Davos. In the arc, well, Davos can't get any closer.
Right now, yeah.
He can. She's right there, but
What are you thinking, Ark?
That's not a bad idea. Well, since I am not afraid of her, let's swing at the Drider Queen.
Okay, the 23 does hit the Dreader Queen. Roll damage for that, and then roll your next hit.
I guess incapacitated doesn't help him any, huh? Because there's no
No.
paralyzed or anything.
Yeah. I mean, it only takes away her whole turn, you know? 12 damage. Alright, roll your next attack. Oh, excuse me, 6 damage. Remember, you're rolling with disadvantage because you're still spooked. Oh, wait, no, I thought you passed your wisdom save.
I thought so.
I thought you did.
I thought the fear was only against the dragon.
Well, the effect of Frightened is not you have a disadvantage on the target. You have disadvantage on attack and ability saving throws while it is within your line of sight.
By the way, Joey did a
I see
23
a 20
pass for
on your
me.
previous wisdom save, so I think you are not frightened, so you're good.
Cool.
I'm sorry, what was that, Barbara?
Oh, I was gonna ask if a 23 passed, but I guess it does.
Yeah, for the frightened? Yes. Yes.
Alright, so there's 2 attacks of there.
Yeah, so you've made 1. You have to roll 1 more for this second attack. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, so all 3 of these hit. Roll damage 2 more times for me.
Oh yeah.
7 and 9 for 16. She's one of them take 8 of that. As you hear once again, Barbara, that wince behind the column. She's not concentrating on anything anymore. Yeah, so we're good. Fantastic. Bonus action. And or movement. Oh. You're
If
fucking
you
kidding
can,
me.
if you can get within 10 feet of Davos, I would highly encourage it. Because I think he can get us out of here if we can get Avalon within 10 feet of Davos.
Can I show you a secret? I am within 10 feet of Davos.
Ark's like way ahead of you.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
no,
I thought it
Dread.
was I'm sorry. I thought we were in Pandora's turn for a second, which is why I said that. I meant to say that earlier. My fault.
Tragic.
Oh, sorry. The 1 does not hit, unfortunately. I'm sorry, my guy. That brings us to Unknown Creature. Which, I'm going to tell you, I don't know who it is. That's the Spider Swarms. They are gonna... Arcanox, you're in the air still, aren't you?
Yes.
I think they're gonna divide and conquer. I will have 1 attack Davos. They are within the range of their broodmother, so they're going to have advantage. That first one misses the Davos. The second one, 23, I think hits Davos.
it meets.
It meets. Fantastic. I need you to take 14 points of piercing damage.
Fantastic. You die.
Yep. You won. Oh, he's just within the range of the dragon to still get the advantage. This guy still has advantage. A 23. And another 23.
Let me
They
check his
are
armor.
rolling really well.
Yeah,
Like,
let me check his armor class. 20. You said 23?
I'm sure a 23, would get him.
But hits
Even if
meets.
he
Yeah. Meets,
Yeah, even if he
meets
shields,
hits.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
alright.
because of that, he's going to take 28 points of piercing damage. And if he is concentrating on the elemental, he is. And I forget how we rule this, if it's
it is
individual checks or if it's one big check. I think we're going to say individual for each hit. So he needs to make 2 constitution saves, 10, with a DC of 10.
The DC. I was about to say that lowers the DC if you do it that way. The first one was 27.
He has advantage, both of those pass. We'll just use those 2 for expediency's sake. So he maintains his concentration. The spiders do not web him. And we go to Brand.
Oh boy.
Con save needs to be greater than the damage.
Half the damage or 10.
Greater than half the damage or 10, whichever is higher.
Okay,
see
so I
here.
beat that.
Wait,
Man.
That 7 didn't roll, so that's why I rolled the d20 and then it popped in afterwards.
I see. So the 9 plus 3 would be 12, so you do pass, yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to.
I forgot you're doing the aura. Yeah, I should be hitting you more. That an aura is annoying.
Technically, I didn't roll the 2 con saves before. 2 turns ago or whatever when they got me.
roll 1 constitution save, beat a 10.
Alright, it's saying connection. Oh, wait.
Roll a
okay.
d20 and add 3.
I don't know why it rolled
Okay,
2
you're good.
dice.
No, that's fine. You did it with advantage for some reason, but that'll count for both rolls, so we're good. So you are all square, for now. But now I'm gonna be coming for you, fucker. Golly boy!
Oh, I have advantage to maintain concentration on a spell when I take damage.
You have
That's
work
why I
after,
do it.
don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so even that 7 would have had advantage, would have, even if we used it, would have gone. So we're good. Golly boy! You see a big old spider. In particular, you see a big old spider's asshole. What do you do?
I've kind of put myself in a hard spot because I'm 10 feet in the air, so I can only move to.
Penetrate.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
give it the Ant-Man treatment.
Yeah.
Get that old mantis.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
That's
can
right, we did go on the boat.
Yeah, I can try to mess it up, but I really would like to get. So I can move 20 feet flying, and technically I can move 40 feet on my feet, which means I can move 40 feet a turn, right? Not 60.
Sorry,
I want to.
you have 20-foot movement speed for your flight.
I have 40 walking and 20 flying.
We looked this up, and I feel like it did say that you could use them independently, which I think is kind of dumb. But I'll allow it.
I think I can go up to 40 raw. Well, you just can't do 60. Long story short, I'm going to try to get to this side of it over here. To try to get a little closer to Davos. I'm sorry, I realized you can't see where I'm landing. I want to land here, please.
Yeah. Well, this right here is a pillar. That is one of the 5 woes. So that is a floor-to-ceiling stalagmite tower. So you can't cross over.
I can't move between this thing's space. It's not big
Oh,
enough.
you are smaller than it. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah, I'd allow it.
I envisioned he flew/ran underneath it because he had to do both to move that far.
You do DBZ style, like weave through its legs.
Exactly. It's my little dragon constellation. He'll land down here and land on his feet. Make things a little closer. Then he's going to try to polymorph the Dragon Queen.
Ah! Okay.
I'm just gonna keep getting rid of all them legendary existences. Oh, this isn't my sheet. Whoops.
All reliable.
Yeah, just gonna keep trying to burn what they got.
I half expected him to open a case and it say fireball for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to roll for that. You're right. Hey, what, Devin? Let me shut up. I don't know where that hostility is. Wisdom saving throw. Not proficient in. 21. Woo! By the skin of her
Whoa.
incapacitated ball sack.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
use whoa just in case. After like a
Whoa.
5.
You would need a 4 or more to get her down to a 17. What do you turn her into?
Oh no! I want to say a turtle. I couldn't find the stat block last time.
I mean, it's a turtle. We can have a rough idea of what it do.
Oh man, I want something more hit points than that though.
I've seen like blue whale.
No, so
Oh.
can I do a giant lizard? Do you know? I think it's not.
I mean, it's a beast. It's under a certain CR. I think that sounds right.
Challenge rating equal or less than the target's.
Her CR is very high.
I don't like that. That's too many things.
All right, you
Let's just do the turtle.
I just want to take a second to honor Eartha Kitt. Just masterpiece.
True queen.
Yeah, we'll just do the turtle.
Literal Lord of Satan. Turns into... What did I do this last time? I'm pretty sure I have a turtle icon already.
And I think he'd like to say, Ark, pick up that turtles, but don't spike it until we're ready.
Yeah, all right.
What is happening? Oh, God. I'll do the same one with the strawberry. That was the one. Okay, so this is K for now.
That turtle is now a football. It has 2 hit points. You hold on to that fucker like a football until we're ready.
Only 2. That's good to know. Fantastic. Anything else for the turn, my guy?
No, sir.
The turtle is incapacitated. So it does not get to do anything. It doesn't get to make a new save until it's like it never gets to make a new save. It just until the time runs out or it dies. Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You'll look. Oh no. I thought she had magic resistance, but she has Fey ancestry, which is advantage on being charmed. You're good. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to check the range on something. Actually, no. Because the Arachnomancer went behind. She doesn't have line of sight. She is incapacitated. Neither one of them can counterspell you. So yeah, no, we're good. It's turtle time. Fantastic. Davos, you just saw the scary dreader bitch turn into a turtle. But there's still the scary spider dragon bitch behind her.
When you're frightened, do you have disadvantage on attacks?
Attacks and abilities.
Alright. When you attack her though, right?
Nope, no
Alright,
attack anything.
Say that again?
You have a disadvantage on all attacks and all ability saves as long as the spider dragon is within your line of sight.
That's why I hid in the house.
Alright. Bonus action.
There's
learn
now
all
holes in the ceiling. I don't know how much out of the sight you are now, but you're over it now anyway. You're good. What was that, Brady?
Light of Lathander on this swarm. To my.
Yeah! Get it.
It's gonna be an 18 con check.
I'm almost certain they can't pass that. Their con isn't great. I'd be fucking bullshit. Yeah, they have a +1 to con.
And that's
Not
gonna
the right
be blinded if they fail.
They are blinded. That does a chunk of their health. They are almost dead. And I'll tell you this, the way that some swarms work is because they are diminished under half hit points, they lose that extra attack.
Okay. I'm going to, apparently at disadvantage, try to hit it.
Stomp the bug.
Yeah, but they're blinded, so it would neutralize. Oh, and you have advantage on blinded targets. Wait, no, everyone has advantage on blinded targets. You deal extra damage to blinded targets. That's it.
Do I? But I rolled an 18, and with the Blade of Night Erranborn, 18 is actually considered a crit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, get it.
So I don't know if it matters. It's not gonna roll
I think
crit
you've got it
damage.
for sure. Yeah, you're good. You eviscerate this swarm of spiders, spider dragons. And the extra damage carries over and kills the turtle, and K comes back.
I was about to say I do technically have another attack, but
No, you're good, homie. You do what you do.
I think I won't be able. I was debating if I should move. I'm gonna stay here.
Fantastic.
That'd be it. And then let me
the
get my
bonus action?
wisdom save. The bonus action was the light of Lathan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'm gonna roll a d6 for your. In fact, I'll do this in chat. Everything you guys can see it. A d6. I need a 5 or a 6. Ooh, big 3. He is rolling very shitty on the breath weapon attack. Good for you guys. With that in mind, he is going to take a few attacks. He isn't smart enough to know that killing the turtle will bring her back, so I won't do that. He is going to, however, do a flurry of blows. Not the ability flurry of blows. This first bite attack goes out to his main gal, Pandora. As the head, he's made a couple of holes, and you see now his extra eyes, like he has the 2 big dragon eyes, and then multiple spider eyes around it as he's peering in there. He's going to go in a 9, a 23. Yeah, 23 hits. Barbara, you have vulnerability to poison damage, so I need you to take 31 points of poison damage.
Can I use my reaction again? Since
You
it's
must
been
can.
another turn?
I'm happy to
I'll have that.
This next leg attack is going to be against. It knows your auras are being. It's going to go for Goldbrand.
That
That's
was
a nat 20.
half, right?
I need
Earlier.
to show. How?
What was
Half what?
the 31 that hit me, right?
Yes.
And I
Did you say
used my
31 half?
dad.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. So 15. Y'all
15.
see that little wolf right there? That done be a crit. That crit on that leg done do with the crit 20 what? Yeah, 22 points of slashing damage. Make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw for me. Which
Can't
I think
roll
you can't
below a
fail.
10.
Do it anyway, because I say so.
Okay, 1 second.
mm,
Do my
I
damage.
think this next one, it has a reach for its claw. It will shift a little closer to y'all, where it can be within range to hit Davos, because he knows Davos is concentrating on something as well. That's a 29. Take 15 points of slashing damage, Davos, and make a Constitution saving throw. I'm sick of this thing resetting. As we round to you on.
Oh boy. I was just thinking about what he might do here. So, I think he will go ahead and Shadow Step. Man, the only problem is I don't want to Shadow Step. Yeah, I'll Shadow Step
It's
to...
too damn bad.
I'll Shadow Step to here so that he's got a little bit of cover and not in a line, you know. Then he's going to throw a Firebolt at these guys down here.
Do it, Doc.
Figure we'd get away first and then we'd start Firebolt and stuff. I'd throw a rock, but I can't because I Shadow Stepped. 22 4 damage, but also because he's a water.
1 second.
Oh.
I do appreciate you trying not to use you on spell slots. I will tell you, this is the big encounter, so I would recommend pulling out some bigger guns.
I mean, I looked briefly at those.
I think he has a 3rd level. What is it? Power word turtle kill.
Turtle
Yeah, he's just
kill.
gonna kill
I
the
like
water.
that.
I think it's somatic
1
opponent is it's me, and he just wants them.
That was 15 damage. You said, Joey.
Yes, sir. For the claw, yes, sir.
All right, how about this?
Oh, nat 20. Just making sure that was 15 damage.
We're gonna go ahead and split the difference here. We're going to is this the? Yeah, okay. I don't know if this is the coup de grace that Joe is looking for, but he's gonna cast slow. And because it's
No,
within, because it's creatures you can see, right?
And
Increases-
technically, the turtle, you could slow it, and that wouldn't have any adverse effects to you.
Yeah, I can slow the turtle and the dragon, so
Extra
that's the
slow
plan.
turtle.
Yeah.
You can't see the Arachnomancer, but you can slow the other two. DC 18 Wisdom save. Wisdom. Oh, he gets a +9. The dragon do. Oh, but that's a 2. That's an 11. He's going to use his final legendary resistance.
Fucking finally.
Turtle. I don't know what its wisdom stat is, but I'm sure it fails. Well, I'll roll. I think it's an 18 or higher.
Very slow turtle.
You do not. Oh, we got a 1. Look at that. Whoa, the turtle's slow. Huh? Way to lean into the stereotype, Devin.
I said what I said.
Fantastic. You said no bonus action, so we round to, I think 10 is the Arachnomancer. Yep. Its boss has been turned into a turtle. It's going to try another Dispel Magic. We'll mark off that spell slot. Because that has to be to 14 with its Intelligence modifier. I think it has a +4. Double check. Let me just reload my system every time I click things. Has a +4 to its intelligence, so it has to be a 14. I'm gonna roll this in chat. It has to be the 10. Oh my god!
Oh.
The fucking rolls have been so swingy, and I love it. I'm trying to think if it has anything else I can do, but it used its
Suck a dick.
action.
Free action.
Free action. Suck a dick. That's several actions. I don't know what you're talking about. you ever sucked a dick, Barbara?
Not the way your mom does it.
Technically, yeah, its poisonous touch is only melee. It could web, but y'all are kind of far away. Would it do it at disadvantage?
Also,
I
bonus
think
action for you on to move the elemental, or does it just go?
Oh, it just goes. Sorry, let me finish this and then we'll do that.
I'm gonna roll attacks for it.
I think technically, the Arachnomancer comes around the corner, sees her boss has been turned into a turtle, tries to dispel it, can't, and then decides to stay over here so she can counterspell if needed. Elemental.
Oh, I like
Which
that
is a
little
great movie,
detail.
5 out of 5.
Counterspell.
It would have tried to attack the dragon twice. 17 to 16.
Yeah.
It hits.
Oh, also, the dragon just went, right? It did not take fire damage. So I've still not put that out. So it take 2 fire damage. Neither one of those hit the dragon, unfortunately. I'm sorry, my guy.
Sorry.
So that's big ol' 2 fire damage. It's still fairly healthy. Like y'all have been focusing on K obviously, but with that we go to Avalon, who is going to continue. She's going to use that feline agility. That doubles your speed, right, Barb?
Yep.
She can't move next turn, but that'll get her back behind some cover. She's trying to get closer to you guys. I think she would rather be behind a column. She wants to help if she can get some hit points, so she's
She's
just going to
in
linger
single
until
digits. She needs to get.
you know what? Twin telepathy, I'll allow it. Oh, she goes back here to this web back here. She makes a. Let me pull up her stat block actually. Yeah, I finally made a actual stat block for her rather than just using yours.
Aw.
Her dex is very high. It is a 20, so she has a +5 modifier. It's technically a saving throw, so she has proficiency bonus as well. Oh, but she rolled a 1. It's a saving throw, not an ability check. Rules as written, I don't think that is a failure. She beats the DC, but it's a nat 1. Oh, under normal circumstances, I would make her be bound, but I think I'm going to be generous. She's going to be back behind here.
She's
you
been
notice-
through some shit. She's
Yeah,
feeling it.
And you notice probably for the first time that there's a body bound on this web.
Burninate it.
That sounded a little rude. I didn't mean it to be rude. I'm sorry. Pandora!
Okay, so.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sunny-
It is 1 o'clock. I could play for hours, but I will allow you guys to make that call.
Yeah, I do have work in the morning.
That's cool. We will pick back up with this in a week's time at our normal time of 9 p.m., where the party will hopefully not be turned into spider poop. We'll see.
I would like that for us.
In fact,
Cool.
because I allowed Avalon to pass her check, she makes an attack roll. She slashes through some of the webbing, and you see an orange-haired tabaxi rising from the webbing. And you recognize, Barbara, Mr. Boots.
Hot damn.
And with that, we'll pick up next week. Thank you very much for joining us. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves. And, yeah, deuces.